Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
It's worse and worse.
It's a slow descent into complete and utter madness. Before we jump into tonight's game, we have some quick announcements to get through. First and foremost, our returning sponsor of Campaign 2, our friends at D&D Beyond. Sam.
D&D Beyond. You know what's great about D&D Beyond, guys? Everything. But also, they don't know what they're sponsoring every week. They know generally that the show that we do, we play the D&Ds and stuff. They get that, but they don't know this segment what they're going to get. Sometimes they get an award-winning song parody from yours truly. Other times, they get a glimpse into history. And that's what we're going to do today.
Sometimes they get a shark costume.
But you guys know that I was a huge fan of the sitcom You've Got Gale growing up. It only ran one episode, but it was massively influential to me. And I've brought script pages from the lost episodes in the past. I've presented things that I've found about You've Got Gale, starring our own Ashley Johnson. But
You were so good at it.
I was
so much.
I was just at as you guys know, every Wednesday I go to the Film and TV Archives in Hollywood, and I was there yesterday, and I found something that I did not know existed. CBS, when they put out this program, were so forward-thinking that they already had a movie spin-off planned for You've Got Gale, and they shot a trailer for it. Now, the trailer has been lost to time. They only saved it on Betamax tape, but the transcript of the trailer exists. So tonight, with D&D Beyond's support, we will present a radio play of sorts of the trailer for the spin-off movie for the show You've Got Gale that definitely existed in the 80s.
Oh, that's what this
How did you find this?
It's
amazing.
It was deep in the back of the library. Anyway, Matt will be narrating. Marisha's going to be doing sound effects for us. Everyone's playing a little role. Maybe some music, Matt, if you don't mind.
We can do that.
Just a little action. And this is a trailer that you would have seen in a movie theater in like 1985. Take it away.
This summer, a new hero will rise.
Save the orphans! I'm gonna take out their headquarters!
No, it's a suicide mission. They have missile launchers.
Missile launchers? I eat missile launchers for brunch. Doo-doom.
A hero without a past.
You shot all of my men. How did you find me? Who are you?
Folks call me Justice, bitch.
On the battlefield, she's an ice-cold killer. But in the bedroom, a red-hot lover.
My God, what did you do to me last night?
Everything your body wanted.
Cigarette?
Thanks, but I don't think that cigarette could handle me.
A hero with one name.
Damn it! I'm the President of the United States of America, and I'm ordering you to stand down!
Excuse me, Mr. President. Why don't you gag me with a spoon?
Ashley Johnson is Gale in Gale Force 5, a Gale in your coffin. Gagging spoons in theaters everywhere this Memorial Day.
That was brilliant.
Oh man, just like when you were younger.
Yeah, it took a while to get back into the groove.
Took me back.
It's a shame that never made it to the main
It's a shame it was going to be really special.
When did we shoot it?
How much did you actually shoot?
How much did we shoot? We shot a whole film. It was 5 hours, but
Guys,
it just was too long.
completely shot on Betamax.
It was.
When I was a kid in the 80s, Terminator 2 and Gale Force 5 informed my whole childhood.
Yes,
I had a poster. I had a poster up in my house.
Both good uses of the LA River too for chasing.
Anyway,
Really
thank
good
you,
use of
D&D
space.
Beyond, for bringing wonderful art like this back into our lives. We appreciate you. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Just to remind you, because I don't think it came up in that entire spot, D&D Beyond is a service where you can create your D&D characters digitally. And keep all the character information online. It's very useful. We use it too. Thank you, D&D Beyond. letting you guys know, we are heading to Denver Pop Culture Con. The first weekend of June, coming up a lot faster than I think any of us were prepared for. We have a limited number of autograph and photo ops available at denverpopculturecon.com, so make sure to check it out. And, I mean, kind of goes without saying, but I'm going to say it because we're going to keep saying it because we're just filled with so much gratefulness. Thank you, everybody who helped make this Kickstarter as insane as it's been. We've closed out midnight of last week with our friend Xhorhas present. We had a little half an hour closing party you can see on our YouTube channel where we all just got super emotional and proceeded to down shot after shot of totally alcohol. But yeah, thank you guys.
We sold it well, though. We
I'm pretty proud of that.
Good sting.
Yeah.
That was definitely not caffeinated and definitely didn't keep me up for 5 hours after. That was not a problem.
We've got no emails from our Twitch reps, so I think the statute of limitations is passed.
There you go. But no, seriously, thank you guys so much for all your support. We're now knee deep in the pre-production and getting everything going. But we're super excited, and it's been kind of fun for a lot of us to go back and start listening and rewatching the old campaign episodes and kind of reliving those moments. So
Crazy.
Make a cartoon.
Man, we were so good at D&D back then. What's advantage?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I'm not ready.
you are remotely better now. It's good. So thank you guys again. Laura, do you have a merch update?
Oh, I do. You might have noticed on Twitter today that we announced our Garagastaronja mugs.
Ale tankers.
Wait. And this is the box that
The
comes
box
in.
is fucking
We haven't
lit.
showed this off yet, and we're really excited about the box, so I'm gonna... Hold on.
It's an unboxing.
Oh my god, we got unboxing. So this is the mug. Hold on. So it's got, how do you want to do this? And if you drink, it's got Critical Role logo on the bottom, so everyone sees it.
Nice.
And then another thing you can buy is this that you can add to it if you want to be groggy about it or Yasha-y about it.
What is
It's pretty
happening?
fucking cool.
That is.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
I want 8 of them for my dining room table.
Oh shit! And then can I say one other thing that's not on the announcement list? Because this just came in today. This is my new dice bag. Look at it. Look. This is by Christina. She's amazing. Like, I'll put a link to her Etsy page because she's phenomenal. She does custom bags. And so she did my Vex one, which is really full. And now I can fill up a second Jester one. And
So
on the
sorry,
inside, she did like a thing where it's got like Jester doodles on the inside of the bag. Like, there's us too.
Oh, that's so
I mean, it's just amazing, and I haven't had a chance to put dice in it yet because it just came in.
You're
but
gonna wipe the slate clean and start all over
shut up!
with
Shut
new
up!
dice.
Nope. So thank you, Christina. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to commission one.
Yeah,
I want to bet. I want one.
they're pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I feel like that's admitting I have a habit. I'm not ready for that.
All right, I believe that ends our announcements. And as such, let's go ahead and bring us in to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you, and they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning, they don't see over there. There's a monster incoming, inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn.
And welcome back.
It's more
So, last we left off, the Mighty Nein, after allying themselves for the time being with the Bright Queen and the Kreen Dynasty over in Rosanna, previously known historically as Bordranas, once the center of the Betrayer Gods' machinations in the Calamity, you began to inquire as to means to further deepen this alliance and gain some more funds to continue your own respective interests. Upon speaking with Professor Wako, you were sent to the nearby mines in the Vermalock Forest, where it seems a bastion of stone giants has taken over and sent most of the miners and steelworkers running. Upon going there, you briefly tussle with the giants before instead coming to a conversation and thinking maybe there's something beyond just this conflict. Finding that the giants had been essentially scared out of their home and they came here as means of defending themselves, you made an agreement to help them in clearing out their home and whatever else seems to have pushed them out of it. And in return, they would return. You managed to have one of them come along with you, the land speaker Sorna, agreed to join you as you went to where they once lived, in the Braan, which was giant for belly. Upon arriving and slowly making your way through the wide stone giant tunnels, you were immediately beset with small demonic creatures, one of which, this sickly, bulbous, flea-like entity, or the fly-like entity, its droning sound, the buzzing of its wings, causing a number of you to fall unconscious and nearly snuffing the life from Ford. You managed to best them in battle, and in the quiet moments, take a few minutes to kind of breathe, heal up, and in Nott's instance, go and inspect the corpse of one of the fallen giants near the bone pit, this large open pit that is just filled with bones about 10 feet down and below. Upon inspecting the body, you watch this strange glowing jellyfish-like entity just sort of drift ethereally out of the wall and then lower itself into the body of the dead giant, in which the dead giant began to reanimate. Its jaw tearing open into a terrible grin, the flesh on the sides of its face tearing up to where near its ears are before it begins to rouse. And that's where we left off.
I think you're misremembering. I think
did I recognize the jellyfish entity? Does it seem like something I would know?
Make a religion check.
I will make a religion check. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
12.
You have no idea what this is. You're not sure of the essence or nature of it, but you're watching a dead body now come to animate itself after coming into contact and absorbing this entity.
The one behind the pit, right? The one with the room we're in?
Correct. So, you do still have one spell that is active. You still have your holy weapon active. But I would like you all to roll initiative.
Going back
because we're starting off here.
We are starting off with combat that is powered by Dwarven Forge. They currently have a free 406-page PDF module tied to their Dungeons of Doom products, available now on their website, Dwarven Forge.
Whoosh! Oh. Nice. All right, so 25 to 20.
60. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do great. I'm fine.
What did you just say?
Never mind. Everything's
sick.
Don't panic.
No. We're good. All right, so 25.
I have blood pressure.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 to 15.
16.
17.
15.
Okay.
Chester.
Caleb.
Caduceus and then Caleb.
Yes.
Oh, Caduceus.
Where are you, Speedy?
15 to 10.
14.
14.
12.
Man, don't even recognize you.
Yasha, 4.
14.
All right, and then Ford up after that.
Fjord.
All right, 10 to 5.
That would be 7 for me, Matthew.
Where are you?
So that is everybody. All right, so
I'm under.
first up, as this giant, its head kind of sickeningly snapping its neck, you hear the bones cracking as it adjusts itself right up to face the rest of you all. Its body is still laying entirely in a horizontal space. Its arms, and it begins to shudder and stand. This horrible series of sounds as its body seems to be folding and breaking its way back to its position. But it's your turn. What are you doing?
Block and drop it.
Oh God. I'm going to grab my symbol of the traveler, and I'm going to say, I hope you're down here with us right now, because I could really use your help. And I'm gonna try to turn undead.
Okay.
Ooh, go do that to a giant?
Go get it.
I can do it to an undead.
If it's undead.
That is a 15. What's the DC?
17!
Yay! Out of the gate.
Short fight.
Right?
So
no.
Turn creature
Look at
will
all of
spend,
that covered shit.
it will spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions.
Oh, okay.
For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
All right.
Oh, wait, so it can't even attack anybody else.
It can't come within 30 feet of me.
It's got a run. Yeah.
But what if it... Okay, cool.
It's got a
cool.
lot
Are you
of
gonna move or are you gonna stay put?
I'm gonna...
No pigeon.
I'm gonna move. Is that other creature still here? That other thing isn't still here.
Currently, the only thing you know that's moving in the vicinity is the
giant?
giant in the opposite.
Okay, then I'm gonna just move over and like try to hide a little bit behind. Yeah, right there.
All right.
Not. I'm just gonna stand next to it. Yeah.
I'll also. I also. If we. Oh God. It's turn undead. So if we hit the giant, then the turn undead ends. Right. Yeah. Okay. So just remember.
Does it?
Remember rules.
Okay.
It doesn't say that. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Damage.
Don't hit it.
Oh, shit.
All right. So that finishes the turn distance.
Yes. Thank you for.
No, I was
Nobody hit
trying to
it.
remember my fucking rules. My brain's made of Swiss cheese. I'm going to. This is looking weird, so I'm going to get a little bit of distance. I'm going to head towards our non-undead giant friend over here.
15, 20.
And while I pass forward, I'm going to tap him and cast Death Ward.
On the giant?
No, on Fjord.
On Fjord. Right, so you have Death Ward on you.
Which means that when you drop to 0 hit points, you immediately pop back up to 1.
Great.
Are you going full movement or are you staying in that? You have 10 more.
I kind of want to hide in that corner if possible.
Over
just
here?
get a little, just get a little behind. And
That's as far as you can get right there. All right, that finishes your go.
That finishes my go.
Caleb.
I don't think that Caleb knows what's going on because he's over here looking out. So I'm just going to ready a firebolt for anything that appears. And if something appears that looks dangerous, I'm going to blast.
That's true. You would not have actually seen any visual trigger for the turn undead.
And I don't see you.
So preparing a firebolt if anything comes down.
Firebolt for anything dangerous coming.
You got it. Alrighty, finishing your turn then, Caleb, with Mr. Bo and Yasha. What are you doing?
You want to go first? You can go. I don't know where I am.
Where are you?
Okay. I saw Jester do her cool thing, so I'm going to bolt and head towards the direction of Caleb.
All right, go for it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45.
Actually, where is Yasha?
You gonna hold your action or do something?
Yasha's here by Mauritius board.
That would explain why.
So yeah, she should be up here. I don't know why she got placed over there.
I feel like I closed the rift thingy mabobber. I think I'm in the
Correct,
hallway.
which means you would have been next to Jester,
I was over
which would have
there.
been right there.
Oh, because it happened right there.
Yeah.
Happy.
I'll put you in that space inside. You're in that general vicinity.
I'm in the general vicinity. Okay.
I'm going to bonus action dash,
Okay.
kind of move behind this stalactite and try and peek, and then can I
Okay.
use my run?
Wait.
I wanted a patient defense. Can I do that? No.
So your action is dash?
Yes.
And then
And then my move, and then bonus action. Sorry, patient defense.
you're spending a key point to patient defense.
Yes.
You got it. All right. So you go into.
And then can I see anything in the dark?
You used your action on other things, so you're not. Make a general perception check. I'll say with disadvantage, just because you didn't take an action to try and perceive specifically the vicinity around you in the dark.
8.
8. In the essence of running over there, getting behind it, and preparing yourself to defend, you've only just started glancing over there, so you can't make out too much of the details. Next round, more of it will become available to you. But this round, it's still kind of, your eyes are still focusing from the transition.
Copy.
That finishes your turn. Yasha, what are you up?
Okay. I want to start making my way towards the hall, but on the move, I would like to place a hand on Ford before I leave.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Healing Hands,
Okay.
which restores you for 9 hit points. But I don't know if you.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
It's something. So I'll do that.
Right now.
Put your hand out.
As I'm walking by, and then I will finish my move to go out into the hallway.
You got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
30, 35, 40 is your movement?
Yep.
All right, you got it. So as you touch forward and you're feeling light coming out of your ASMR angelic essence surges through him and helps mend some of his wounds as you rush past, turn the corner and past your giant friend Sorna, and turn around to see both Caleb and Bo preparing for whatever is beyond that hallway in the
Okay,
darkness.
and I'm preparing.
All right, that
Ready?
finishes your go. Forward, you're up.
I feel real fucking bad. Can I use my 30 feet of movement to head towards the hallway as well?
Certainly. 25, 30.
Great. Thanks, Yasha. And I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 5th level, which will give me 25 temporary hit points.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. So as the moisture in this cavern area that is around you all of a sudden gets siphoned out of its spaces and begins to droplet onto Ford's armor, but as it does, you watch as mist forms around the outside of the leather, and all of it just kind of turns into layer after layer of shards of ice kind of pointing outward.
Bacon soda.
That finishes your go. All right, and at Ford's turn, it is now the giant's turn. So, you've seen undead turned. You've seen them, the look of fear in their eyes.
Oh no.
This one, as its body is rising, it still maintains eye contact with you.
Oh,
no.
What does it...
It's being puppeted.
For whatever reason, it seems like it would be undead, but it's not turned.
Oh, all right.
Fudge you.
It's a skeleton robot.
It's a ribbit?
Half of its movement to stand up. It still has 20 more feet of movement.
Oh,
It's going to go ahead
All right.
and...
All right. All right.
Not see, not.
No, it sees you not. It's going to go ahead and take a swing at you.
Fish, it's based on movement.
Natural 20.
Sure.
No joke. No joke.
Let me see.
That's not 30 feet, Kevin.
Oh, I don't have line of sight. Fuck.
Good. Uncanny dodge.
All right, it's a good call on that one. So you take half damage. So don't.
Straight roll.
All right.
Fuck, because I don't have fucking visual.
Cool.
Gotta keep everybody in my line of sight.
We should have threw him in the...
Is it 30 or 60?
34 points of bludgeoning damage, halved.
How many?
Wait. Okay. Wait.
That's the
You did your
total.
uncanny dodge. The total is 34.
But weren't you going to double that?
No, that's with the double
Oh,
total.
that's not that bad.
So reduce that to 17.
Okay.
30 feet.
That's about here.
Yeah.
And it's going to
I'd have to see it.
leap across the bone pit.
Please fail your acrobatics check.
Take a swipe at it.
Huh?
Can I take a swipe at it?
Yeah, you can. So does leave your
I guess with a short sword?
yes.
Okay. 10 plus short sword. 19.
That does it.
Hey! Look at that. That's 9 points of damage from a short sword.
This flash, the slight shimmer of whatever light is coming through the cavern reflects off the blade, as for the first time in a while you've seen not use a non-crossbow. Carves past the heel, and you watch as the flesh off its heel kind of like it's now flapping a bit with the bone exposed. It doesn't seem hindered by it.
Okay.
But as it lands, as part of its landing, it's arcing down with its giant club on towards you, Jester.
Oh shit.
That is going to be 26 to hit.
No.
Oh, yeah, I guess that kind of hits me.
All right.
Soups clatter into the opposite side of the map.
18 points of bludgeoning damage to you. As it impacts the armor, you guys hear a heavy as the front of her armor and shield just takes the mass of the impact. She's thrown to the ground, not prone, but you get back up just barely.
I use
ringing.
Hellish Rebuke.
All right.
Yeah, I get it.
And I scream at it. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work very well because it's kind of undead. But whatever, I already said it. I'm going to say, I thought jellyfishes were supposed to be so pretty. And then I'm gonna
What's the save on it? That dexterity?
do. Yeah, let me
That's
look.
a 7 that fails.
Yes. Okay, so
Actually,
that's
that'd be
3d10.
10. Still fails.
3d10 cold damage. 13, 15 points.
Alrighty. So after the impact, you push back, shards of ice pierce it in all these places, and you watch as where the rib cage is now exposed on one side, and the shards of ice kind of break off, You now have all these different piercing thorns and spears of ice sticking into its torso, and it just seems to kind of grin back at you with its horrible, torn, crooked smile.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
That finishes its turn. Not, you're up.
First, I will undo my 9 points of damage because I already used Uncanny Dodge in my reaction.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
So that didn't happen. But
Well,
I
you did swing, and it just hit nothing.
but I will attack it now with my crossbow because it's
Alright.
engaged with good old Jesse.
It is.
17 plus a lot, that's 20 something.
That definitely hits. You can go and roll damage.
Yeah.
And Jester, you're up on deck. So. Actually, no, Sorn is up on deck. Sorry.
Okay, 25 points of damage.
25, nice.
Plus a bonus, I will. Shit, I don't want him to hit me again. I will just shoot again.
Go for it.
Shoot again.
Another attack.
19 plus a lot. That definitely hits.
Yep.
3 plus another 9 points of damage. That's the 9 that I undid.
There you go. Look at that. Perfect.
And then I'll move into that corner and just hug the wall. Yeah.
All right, you got it. Finishing that, now we go to Sorna's turn. Sorna, watching this corpse rise up, kind of eyes wide in horror, goes, I'm sorry, friend.
What?
Good man. Recognizes.
Oh, to him, not to us.
No, not to you. She just steps on Caduceus.
Oh, my bad.
Is going to go ahead and
Jump into the pit.
I was going to go ahead and throw another rock. Reaches off to one of the beds on the side. There's like each of these beds arranged here. Actually, oh no, these aren't beds. Sorry, these are tables. There's a section of the table on the side where it's just made up of smaller rocks. She grabs a chunk of them, like 3 or 4 boulders, and just lugs them towards the creature with full might. 3 of them rush towards it and do impact. Barely. So 4 damage on that for the impacts there.
You need a total let
not
them
bad.
fight moment. Let them fight.
30 points of bludgeoning damage. You see like the bones crack on the inside. Where the impact on the chin, it kind of breaks open a bit, and you can see the jaws kind of sort of hanging to one side, and the tongue is trying to reach down and grab the jaw to pull it back into place.
Gross.
Awesome.
Sorna, after throwing the rocks, just kind of looks down towards you and goes, be careful. Follow. And begins to step back into this portion.
Follows?
Just to Caduceus, seemingly like protectively. That finishes Sorna's turn. Jester, you're up.
Okay.
You got it, Jesse. Come on.
Okay, Josie, I'm going to use, I want to use command, but I don't think that the jellyfish speaks English. So, I'm going to use inflict wounds at 3rd level with my Pearl of Power.
What?
Okay.
And I'm going to, just, grab a hold of his ankle and say, hope this hurts. And cast inflict wounds.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll for attack.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, good. That's good. 25 from 23.
23 definitely hits. Go ahead.
Okay. Wait, that was 3rd level. Okay, wait, hold on. How many points is that?
Just love this.
5d10.
The jellyfish knows English. Yeah.
I just don't. Oh, come on, motherfucker.
Not terrible.
9,
Not
11.
average.
13 points.
13 points.
That was pretty shit.
Slightly above average.
Wait, what do you roll for inflict wounds you're doing?
Yeah.
Inflict wounds, I believe, is 3d10 damage.
Oh no, it's 5d10. I was doing 5d6s.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Oh, that's better. 19, 21, 22. No, 20, 21. And then 2 more. 21, 29, 31.
31 points of necrotic damage. Much better.
Much better.
So as you reach out and grab the leg of the kind of horribly
That's necrotic
decomposing
damage.
giant body,
Fuck.
it still manages to, while you watch as its flesh kind of tears up, like the inside of its musculature and its leg splits in 7 different places, and you watch as black, thick, congealed giant blood just bursts out and splatters from the stonework near on your shield and part of your face. and his leg is now partially ruined. That did a decent chunk.
Yeah.
That's your action.
Okay. If I move away, he's gonna get swipe out of me. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna run away from him.
All right, where are you running?
I don't want to be in this room alone with this guy.
Are you here still?
I'm here.
Oh, never mind.
Go. I'm fine.
What are you doing, Jester?
I'm gonna step back towards the well.
Back towards the wall this way?
Towards the well.
Towards the well behind her.
Over here?
Actually, no. I'm gonna stay within his range. And I'm gonna. Yeah, let's go right there.
She's gonna move everywhere.
I'm just gonna move all around.
Nowhere, all at once.
What do I do? You don't know. Okay, and then.
Trickster cleric, what you gonna do?
That's very much like the begging too.
Caduceus, you're up.
I'm gonna yell, guys, a little help in here, and I'm going to back up. I'm gonna back up just a little bit behind Ford, like right behind Ford. Yeah, like so. If something comes down like just a couple steps forward, so that if something's that way if something's shooting down the hall, it's not going to hit at me. Is like just enough coverage for that. Okay. But so I can kind of see everybody, and then I am going to hold my action for Yasha's go for Yasha's turn.
What are you holding?
I'm holding the vulnerability.
Oh, gotcha. To increase.
Yeah.
All right. You got it. All right, that finishes your turn, Caduceus. Caleb, you're up.
Okay, so
You see your friends backing out and shouting behind you.
And hearing mayhem, and the last thing Caduceus said was, guys, a little help here. So I'm pulling things out of my pocket and running to see what's going on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Holy shit. And I pull out a bit of brimstone, tallow, and powdered iron and goo it into a tiny little super ball and spin it into a Rasengan giant ball of fire that grows to about 5 feet wide. And with a bit of the English, I spin a flaming sphere on a curve along this way and hit level 3.
Like the dopest bowler ever.
That's right.
Curves around.
That's cool.
Arcs over and dexterity saving throw, I believe, right?
He's got that wicked throw at the bowler.
Yeah, that's correct.
That is also going to be
17
18, natural 16.
So it's half of
Half
doing the
damage.
3rd level, so half of 3d6.
You got it.
So 9, so 4 or 5.
Here we go. 4 points of fire damage.
But it's just sitting there.
Correct. And you are now concentrating to keep that up.
Yeah.
What did you have on previously?
A firebolt, which is gone.
Right. All right. So yeah. So So any other spells that we're concentrating on are gone. You don't have that.
Yeah.
You're good to go. Alrighty. So that finishes your go, Caleb. Or
Correct.
You still have your action.
That was the action. That's an action to cast it for
That's
the
right. It's
first
a bonus
time.
action.
In
You're
the future,
correct.
when I hurt it a different way,
You are
it will be a
correct.
bonus action.
You're correct. All right. Cool. That finishes your go. Bo and Yasha.
I'm gonna peek around the corner of where I'm hiding,
Okay.
kind of creep up a little bit, and give a scan of this room in front of me because I kind of darted off and
Yep. So
hearing a little bit of ruckus in the background.
looking ahead here. Okay. You see. There's an opening to a chamber here.
Person I can't see.
She is giving off light.
This. That's right, from the holding.
My holding. And I've got
you have darkness.
goggles.
So
Flash
this chamber
hands.
here, you can see what looks to be a series of stone beds that are laid out along the walls.
Oh,
I don't like
You
the
can
way
see.
you said that.
You can see looking into this chamber here, the opening there, and it looks like it would be a tight squeeze for a stone giant. And it's a somewhat round chamber. There's a little bit of glistening from the interior. You can see elements of the stone nearby reflects a little bit of the light. So there's a little bit of just moisture to the inside of that chamber. So a little bit you can see down here is another hallway that also seems to carry another stone bed, and that's about as far as you can see at a quick glance. So.
Are they beds or are they tombs?
I turn around to Caleb, who I think is behind me, and I go, "They're," and then I just start making my way back.
Okay, so movement 5, 10.
Making my way
30,
back
35,
down.
45. That's the rest of your movement.
To the big giant. Okay, it's my turn?
That makes
No, so I have a bar- can I move any further?
And then
You can bonus action step of the wind if you want.
he's got a jellyfish.
I'll just wait.
Just wait.
Giant.
All right.
Okay,
So Yasha, what are you doing?
so now hearing that everybody needs help, I'm like, oh, God damn it. I'm gonna run back in towards the big baddie, which I think it will get me to
30,
him.
35, 40 gets you right up into next to the flaming sphere. I'd say probably move a little bit further away so you're not right next to it. The heat's a bit intense as you rush by and you see the flames there and you just kind of scoot around the edge, blade in the air, and you're
Blade
going
in
for
the air, ready to go. I'm still raging.
Well, you haven't raged yet since this battle started. So
Oh, true. I would like to rage.
There you go.
I would like to rage. Okay.
You're ridiculous, Travis.
I'll say again.
All damage for your first hit. So I release.
Yeah. So all damage, not just the dice. Like just roll the dice.
Whatever you
add the modifier.
Okay, that would
It'd be 3d6 plus whatever you're.
Taliesin picked a really cool
3d6?
time to reboot your OS.
I don't roll for attack?
Yeah, no, it's an exciting
You roll for
moment,
attack.
isn't it?
Did you really?
He didn't do it on
No,
purpose.
It's like
it
reinstalling.
it just
So
flipped on me. Cool.
It flipped on me. See if you can finish up before the turn comes.
Oh, I've got my next 3 turns planned, so I'm fine. But
Okay.
Hey! Back.
Okay, 15 for the first hit.
15 damage with the bonus.
Wait, what's the bonus again? I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's 15 and then it's doubled.
It's double that, so a 30.
So 30 points. Ooh.
She's back. She's back.
All right.
Hello. Knock knock. Who's there? It's me. Okay, so and then
knock knock jokes.
Divine Fury.
That's how they work in
Well,
Joseph.
Lost in
First off-
translation a
Hello,
little.
it's me. How are you?
Not super popular.
Oh yeah, it's Divine Fury is part of your first strike.
Divine Fury
Additional
is
additional d6,
an extra
right?
8. Yes, is 1d6 and then plus 4, plus half your level.
Right.
Is that
I
part
got something
Is that
right.
part of the first strike too?
It's part of the first strike.
So that is also double then.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Fuck
Okay,
yes.
I'm going to look back at Xhorhas and I'm going to say I'm sorry. And I'm going to take the Magician's Judge. And I'm and just plunge it straight into the chest, slowly, and try to find the jellyfish as well.
Okay, as you plunge the blade in there, kind of up into its abdomen, kind of towards the area, you find the spinal cord. And as you put through, you twist it, and the elements of the bone structure on the inside that's holding its torso up twists and folds forward. The whole corpse tumbles into kind of a folded sandwich. As it falls to the ground, leaving behind this mysterious jellyfish entity.
Is that thing still alive?
Okay.
It just kind of like slips out of its body, and you see it kind of floating spectrally in the air. It's technically your second attack if you wanted to take it. It would be
Yeah.
The
would
jelly.
be in the same place there.
Yeah, I'll take a second attack.
Yeah.
on the
Go for it.
jellyfish. Okay.
But it has 100 hit points.
It's cooked.
It's rough.
It's cooked. 15.
15 does hit.
Whoa.
Go
Okay.
on now.
Double kill.
So here we go.
Double prizes.
7. Oh, I actually didn't add enough that last round, but that's fine.
Well, it didn't matter. You
7.
you
It's
killed
fine.
it.
Yeah, 7.
Haste.
8,
But not enough.
14.
14.
Is that still doubled?
No.
Alrighty.
First hit only.
So Yasha.
How do you want?
No. So as it withdraws from the corpse, you pull the blade out and then swing upward with the momentum of you drawing it out of its body, and it cuts through. It tries to dodge out of the way, and you watch the blade kind of strike and send it spinning for a second. It comes back and rights itself. You hear this little like.
Does it look like it was hurt?
It
at
looks like
all?
it took a little damage.
Okay.
Does it have little eye stalks in it?
It is
Yeah,
not
does
your
it have
pet,
eyeballs?
Jester. It is not a pet.
It's
I don't like it.
It's almost adorable.
It's a
I
bad
don't like
jellyfish.
it.
Bad.
Don't say that.
I believe that finishes your turn, though.
Yes, it does, and I'll
right.
I'll stay there.
All right, Ford, you're up.
Can I see the jellyfish kind of pop out of the carcass that Yasha just carved? I'll send two swaths of Eldritch Blast at it.
Go for it. Get sure your Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast! That's a natural 1.
The first one, and it just hits the wall next to you, spraying you with pebbles and rocks.
That's tough.
Got the I got the call out right. Eldritch Blast! 19.
19 hits.
1, 18, plus 5. 12 points of Eldritch Blast.
Nice. The eldritch force blasts into it, knocking it back about 2 feet. It's still kind of floating in the air. It's looking hurt.
Okay, nice.
Finish your turn?
For my movement, I will go up and join Bo. Pretty sure they can handle whatever's going on in that room.
All right. You got it. All right, that finishes your turn.
Yeah.
It is now the jellyfish's turn. The jellyfish, looking somewhat damaged in the vicinity of Yasha, kind of sits there, begins to pulse and glow.
What?
You watch as next to it, this strange little purple doorway kind of opens up and it jumps into it and closes and it vanishes.
It's dimension door.
You get a
dimension.
Do I get it? Yeah. Do I get an attack of
No,
opportunity?
because it didn't leave your range. It teleported technically.
I'm just gonna find some new meat.
Why does everything escape from us?
Wait, if it's dimension door, that means it's going somewhere else within 500 feet.
Yeah.
500?
We're into a little magic door.
Yeah, that's what dimension door is.
That's foom, 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 I thought.
It was a descriptor of dimension.
Okay.
Everyone got flavor.
So, there's a moment. The ball of fire's crackling there. Everyone's gonna.
It's not gone.
What's happening? What was it?
It's gonna be coming with something else. I'm gonna just kind of I'm just keeping my eyes bloody open.
Caduceus.
Yeah.
Caduceus.
Yeah.
I think there's what are they? Sarcophagus over here.
Why would there be coffins in here?
I don't know. They're either beds or really big coffins.
It would make more sense if there were beds in here, right?
This is where stone giants lived, after all.
Made out of stone.
DM.
Maybe a sword now.
I know that I can make the flaming sphere jump things.
Do they have-
and I make it
do they have
spin and
doors?
spiral down this tube of bones and burn up all the bones that are in there?
It can. I mean, it's bones. Don't. It'll take a while for you to try
That's
and
fine.
turn
I'm going to
all-
set whatever I can on fire because I'm a firebug.
Okay.
Hey,
Ooh, I'm gonna go watch him set it on fire.
I'm
so we
gonna
see it.
since nothing seems to be
Wiggle
happening,
it around.
I'm gonna turn my way, just like look around the corner. I'm gonna cast daylight right at the entrance of this room over here.
Okay. So as you're walking over,
I'm like 5 feet.
5 feet, and you cast daylight.
Yeah, 60 feet away.
60 feet away into this area.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. You open up what appears to be another chamber with a series of stone beds that are raised from
sarcophagi.
and you can see what looks to be another chamber with a pool of water,
Indoor
and
pool.
a wide staircase that ascends
to nowhere.
It continues.
It goes
up
to
and
the
out of sight.
diving board.
Yeah, that's where you jump off.
That's all lit up for you. You are sending the flaming sphere down. It kind of jumps and begins to burn through.
45 seconds max, then it's gone.
Right.
The spell.
Gotcha. Okay, well, it goes for about 10 seconds before you start hearing down in the inside of the
good call.
bones. Do you keep burrowing?
Absolutely.
Wait,
Alrighty.
what is it? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Those aren't prisoners that we're killing, right?
Go ahead and roll damage for the flaming sphere.
Oh god.
We don't know, but it's
It
a.
might be those weird cockroach things.
There's
12.
nothing.
It would be a dex
good
save for
living in
whatever's
here.
in there.
Kill it
Yes, it
all,
rolled a
kill
2.
it all.
So
Unless
you
it's like a
watch as a tiny, filthy, scared, like just filth-covered goblin that appeared to have been living inside this bone pit is trying to scramble out before it just incinerates and burns to death.
As soon as I see it, I drop the spell.
It did enough damage in the first round. It's a goblin. I'm sorry. It immediately incinerates.
That'll happen.
It's kind of just smoldering amongst the rest of the bones.
Sometimes a bird flies into your windshield. It sucks.
Sometimes you're the windshield.
Sometimes you're the windshield.
Is it dead? We can't revive it?
No, that shit's dead.
Wait, we can't talk to it?
No. It has 8 hit
Okay,
points.
we killed it. Oh, let's keep it dead.
Maybe
Was that a
later.
real sheet
You would
here?
have to figure out what parts are it because there's so many different parts in there. It's a cornucopia of lost dreams.
Can't one of y'all like?
There are like 50 dead things in there. We would have to figure out what parts are the right parts and the right parts that actually can make mouth noise.
The ones that are on fire.
The top layer, because it's dense
figure out.
bones, and there's different sizes of bones. It's a bone pit, and you get the sense of this chamber looking at the tables and that pit. That was probably where whatever the giants ate that had a skeleton, and any of the remnants and garbage just got thrown into this pit. So it is this awful kind of
rot pit, whatever was not devoured and was left over from the meals of these giants over time.
Oh, you guys, I think I just killed a goblin.
I saw Caleb. I saw it.
There's so many
It was
conflicting
probably
emotions
going.
right now.
It was probably gonna try to kill us.
I was looking for.
You looked pretty scared.
Wait, Caduceus, what happened?
Oh, may have accidentally burned a goblin to a
Maybe just in general, Caleb.
Yeah.
Don't burn things on fire that you don't know.
Well, we just got attacked by a bunch of terrible stuff
that's
in
fair.
there.
And also, it was a goblin. It was probably a nasty little creature.
Some goblins are not.
Let's continue down this path.
Make a perception check, Caleb.
Don't want to get stuck in this.
That is a 1.
Okay. Cool. So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna try and bring. So what is that weird ass statue?
Can I lean back to the land speaker, Sorna, and say, assuming we're safe to move forward, can you inform what lies ahead in terms of space and stuff?
Ford, are you okay?
Yeah, I just feel kind of, half.
Sorna looks down at you and goes, "Small orc man, this room above is where we keep the well water. And above that is the seeing chamber.
The seeing chamber?
For where I do my meditation."
Oh.
Which is translating technically through you, since you're the one who speaks to
no. It's a meditation room.
I want to move down and start scouting.
She called me small.
It's all relative, man.
Fucking average thing.
What is that weird statue right there, out of curiosity?
Okay, so as you walk into the chamber where it is before, there's still the skeletal body of the torn apart giant, mostly picked clean of all flesh. Inside this room, you can see a number of large-sized stone cutting tools. There is a table and partially finished sculptures, a few pretty near finished, decent art pieces that are like sculptures of creatures or arms and forms. That statue that you see in the side there appears to be a very thick stone giant that is holding a sphere in its hand, and it's simple but well made.
All right, nothing's not giving me any kind of vibe. I don't know.
Make a religion check.
Getting turned on.
Got a vibe. 6.
Not in particular, unfortunately.
But it's all one material. It's not mixed media or anything.
Correct. For that one, yeah.
The orb's just an orb of the same stone.
Yeah, from the best you can tell, it's just whatever piece of stone this was carved from.
All right, let's head forward. We gotta keep moving on this thing.
Yeah, while all this was happening, I kind of snuck off. I lean over the Ford. I'm like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we want to.
And then I go.
Reconnoiter.
Let's move everybody through this.
Well, hold on.
I have a question too. It's probably just flavor at this point, but having just killed a humanoid with fire.
Yes, make a wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm going.
Oh, it's very high. Probably good. That is a 20.
Yeah, you're fine. That's a goblin. So
yeah,
I know. So you guys begin to move slowly forward.
Bo does.
I want to scout ahead first.
Okay. So
While that conversation was happening.
Okay. The rest of you doing anything while both?
I'm heading in that
heading
direction,
that direction
as well.
Okay, we'll put you guys moving over in this.
I want to kind of hang around the door over there, just to.
Up before we run into.
Caleb grabs Not by the hand and walks out.
No, how are you gonna burn me too?
Doesn't say anything about it.
Need a healing.
Jester, did you get smacked up?
Just a little bit.
So we're
We're gonna very stealthily peek around that corner.
You're not great about
Perception
killing
check.
innocent things with your fire.
Stealthily.
I hate goblins. I'm starting to like them.
13.
But you're not.
13.
Great.
Okay, you see what looks to be like 4 to 5 of these stone slabs that have layers on top of it of stitched together leather and wool and dirty materials that basically are set up to be bedding. There's all you see in it. There's no other creatures that you can make out in the interior.
Okay. And nothing on this side.
You come over to the side, it looks like more of the same.
On the same, I go ahead and peek into the room.
Okay. You can see there's the well water below. The smell of it here is very kind of still hard water. You don't know if this is fed by rain runoff after a storm, or if they actually bring the water here, or if it's just a still water source that fills from underneath. You don't see any sort of openings in the vicinity that seems to feed this water, but it is a well. It is a source of water, seemingly, we assume, fresh. There's the staircase that leads upward. I think that's a staircase. And the rest of the chamber seems relatively nondescript.
I did a cure wounds on myself just.
Okay. Sorna actually kind of looks around and says, "Is anyone hurting bad?" Which you...
I got a little bit. We have a couple people could use a little. I could use it.
Hurting for me.
I could use some healing.
I could use some.
He needs greater though. So.
Sorna kind of walks up and reaches out. The large, giant hand of hers kind of wraps around your shoulders and palms you like Harlem Globetrotter palms a basketball. But does cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Sports rep.
I do know those occasionally.
I approve.
That would be 12 hit points you heal.
Oh wow! Thank you.
You're a mayor, yeah, definitely.
I'm just going to go ahead and cast another 2nd level one.
Not could probably use some.
Yeah.
So we're just moving on, yeah? We're not taking a moment to breathe?
14 hit points.
We lose your power. We lose your fists if we take a moment to breathe.
Understood.
Ford, how are you doing?
Huh?
How are you doing?
I mean, I still kind of feel half of my normal self, but
We need like something better than just the cure wounds for you, though.
yeah,
It's gonna take a
damn thing.
It's gonna take a night's sleep.
Shook me real good, rattled my cage.
Just hang back for the rest of this.
And hang near me.
Hang back.
Stick near me, and you'll be fine.
All right. When I got all these articles on me, they're pretty dangerous.
I also walk over to Ford.
Express your hate from a distance.
Place my hand on his shoulder and I cast. I grab the leather around my thigh and tug on it and mutter a few words and add mage armor to Ford's AC. So you have 2 more added on to your AC, Ford.
Ooh.
Oh no, it becomes 13 plus its dex modifier.
Correct. My dex or your dex?
Your dex.
My dex mod is a big fat 0.
Oh boy.
Mage armor does not help.
Doesn't help. Wasted the slot.
Yes.
Sorry, big guy.
But now you know.
Yeah.
Also, your fingers go a little numb as touching the side of Ford. The frost armor that's currently encased around his chest and torso area causes your fingers to kind of stick for a second. You have to kind of pull him back.
Ooh, sorry
That's,
about that.
No good deed.
I'd like to move forward and inspect this room and give it a good, if everyone else would like to come along as well.
Oh, yes.
You wanna move
let's
forward?
Yeah, I think we are going to be going upstairs.
Yeah,
forward,
I'll.
really?
Since I was
Really?
first in the room, I'll kind of
What you
start
got?
peeking up around the stairs.
Can I look in the water?
Sure. Make a perception check.
I would also like to look in the water. That's all right. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
24.
Okay.
I'm just not even fighting with it. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You said you were
Oh yeah, I
gonna
was gonna look too. Yeah, I like your roll. So good.
Ooh.
That's
yours better.
yeah, 26.
Okay. Just kind of glancing down the pool itself, it's not the cleanest water necessarily. There's a couple of odd elements of kind of errant organic material kind of floating at the edges that are kind of congealed on the outside.
No,
is it their
no
people?
movement. There's nothing.
There's no movement. You do see what looks to be
Logs.
kind of sunken down about 20 or so feet. Probably what was once or might have been a bloated giant corpse that is drowned and sunk to the bottom. That's probably where the material is kind of drifting up out of it.
Ew.
I would say let's start heading upstairs, and I'm gonna sacred flame the living hell out of that thing at the bottom of the water on the way up, just to desecrate whatever remains happen to be in that tub.
Okay.
Goblins in them.
You do attempt to sacred flame a couple times. The nature of this being a wall of water, the flames aren't really
hitting.
burst. It's doing a little bit, but it's
Can I? If I attempt, no, I need to touch. I'm not going to be able to do any of my other stuff. I would have
How
to.
far down is it?
About 20 feet.
That's far down.
That's the top of it, which means its body probably goes down another 18 or so.
I could try to toll the dead at it, but I don't think it does anything to him.
It's dead.
It's necrotic
Yeah,
damage.
no, that doesn't really. And yeah, I don't have any of my purify water or anything fun to remove water right now. Yeah. Okay. Wrong toolkit.
I continue to lead the search party up the stairs.
Okay, you
Nothing to
I'm
check
gonna-
in the
I'm gonna-
room, right? No chests, no windows.
Keep going up front.
There's nothing weird. I mean, we don't get a sense that there's anything weird in the room while we're in there.
Glancing around now, it's pretty simple.
No.
I mean, if you want to do an.
You could ask.
If you want to make an investigation check.
Just to see if there was like any sort of iconography or.
It's near the back of the line anyway.
That's a 1.
Oof, rough.
Is that the same one that rolled a 1 earlier?
No, it's a different one.
So Ford does an extensive pass around the room, and just kind of runs the fingers along the wall, and then turns around. And it's fine.
It's fine.
You know what I could really use right now?
What?
A donut.
I have a really stale, like a scone, a really stale scone.
I don't want that.
Okay.
I kind of want a donut in real life, though.
Oh, you Laura Bailey
Yeah,
want
I
a
do.
donut.
I want a donut, y'all. Okay. Should we
Lord.
order some Krispy Kremes or something?
maybe we
Can that happen?
Anyway.
I apparate Frumpkin out and
Can you Postmates Krispy Kreme?
I'm on it.
tell him to
We're doing
stick
this?
by
Chaz is
Bo's
doing it.
side, and I'm going to stop seeing and hold onto Ford's shoulder and follow by touch. And Frumpkin is going to sidekick Beauregard.
Okay. So.
Oh.
I wouldn't say no to a chocolate if.
So who's going up the stairs first? What's the marching order here? That's what I'd say.
Bow in front.
Want me to come
I'll
with
go
and
after
check
Bo.
for stuff?
I'll go after
with-
Yasha.
I'll go with.
It is a wide staircase, so you can go 2 at a time if you want to.
Okay.
Just
I'll go beside.
so Yasha and Bo up front. Then we have.
Sit no
Caduceus.
bitches.
I'll be.
I'll go next to Kayla. I mean, next to Caduceus.
Caleb and
We should separate us a little bit.
Holding on to his
But I
shoulder.
like you.
I like you too.
All right. So then we have.
Okay.
Is it Caleb and Not next, and then
Caleb and Ford, because I'm holding on to
Yeah,
him.
that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Ford's in the rear.
And Not is holding up the rear.
This is good.
And
This
then
is good.
Sorna following from behind.
Okay,
Perfect.
Not can switch with me.
No, this is
Not was
good.
supposed to be at the front.
I kept getting bumped back by.
Matt's going to get us Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
Everything's gonna be
Matt's
okay.
gone. Am I supposed to do an advertisement for something?
You could actually explain.
D&D Beyond is the service that we use to track our stats, treasure, equipment, gear.
Yeah.
It's really been phenomenal this whole campaign. And also, they let me do shit. Oh my god.
Right on top.
Heading up, there is another enclosed space as you head up the spiral staircase. Emerging from the top view here.
Stealthily.
Matt, I should switch with not because Sam kept saying he wanted to be at the
No,
front
you're
and kept getting bumped
fine.
back.
That was to check for stuff, and nobody checked, so we're fine.
Yeah, nobody's checking anything. And Sorna's in the back. We'll just say Sorna's over there.
I feel like we would have known. This is somebody's house. I mean, what's the weirdest?
So, as you guys step up into this next chamber, it's a cold temperature. This rounded room stands about 25 or feet so to the top, and it's interesting. The edges, there are no corners or meet ceiling. It stands up and then kind of curves. It's not domed, but just there are no hard corners to this chamber. And it's because most of it's been hand carved out or shaped from the stone of the interior of the mountain that this whole fortress is built into. That hard water smell seems to have also drifted up and kind of filled into this chamber, but there's also hints of burned incense and herbs, though you don't see anything around but like small bits of ash. You can see there are elements of what might have been rituals or worship in here of some kind that just kind of cling to the edges of the room itself. The walls do have a number of simple and elegant paintings on them. Simple coloration. You can see like wind sweeps and mountain ranges, and you can see like tiers upon tiers of clouds above mountains, above land, with below elements. It's just this kind of simple but beautiful interpretation of the world, or the elements and all the things that make up the world. That's the best way you can kind of interpret it at a glance. You see winds blowing over mountains and trees, seas and stars that are kind of above. The roof seems to have almost like simple constellations placed out. You do see in the center there is a raised platform and a piece of thick leather that looks like it may have been folded or placed up there as part of a ceremonial sitting or meditation space, but it's been kind of moved and shifted. Across the floor there are
masses of blood just splattered across that have dried, that aren't recent. You don't see that slick of recently spilt blood. That is dull and dried for the most part. Yeah.
No living creatures in here?
Make a perception check.
Okay, from the back. I'm gonna try to look past everybody else. Hey, 18.
18. Are you guys all moving up in the chamber or are you staying on the stairs?
I'm trying to stay on the stair.
Okay. I'll move you guys up a bit so at least you all get inside.
Yeah, and I want to spread us out a bit, yeah.
Are you staying on the stair?
Yeah, I'm staying on the stair.
Frumpkin is still by Bo. I'll stay on the stairs, but Frumpkin is still by Beauregard.
Okay.
And is that some sort of arcane altar in the center?
It looks like a raised platform where you at first don't quite, it looks like it would be some kind of like a ritual or some sort of an event would take place there. Sorna kind of steps up and lifts over to this
do the
vicinity,
blood
kind of-
splatters indicate something ritualistic or more of just something terrible that happened?
Make a medicine check.
A medicine check. All right.
And I want to keep
Medicine
an eye
or
out.
religion, your choice.
11.
11. Hard to tell. They look scattered, but you don't know if it was part of a ritual or I say make a religion check as well, since that's also
A religion check as well?
Yeah.
13.
13? Yeah, you're not sure.
Sornak, what did you do up here other than meditate? Is this what is this?
This is where I meditated. This was not here before. This was probably one of our brethren falling.
Why up here?
And where's his body?
And you rolled a what perception?
18.
18. You're kind of glancing around the chamber and looking up, and in kind of the apex above where the constellations are, you see a small little jagged line of kind of faint purple-red energy.
It's one of the rifts. One of the rifts is up
Oh my
there.
gosh. Wait. Do you have to touch? No, you don't have to touch it.
Caduceus, you do hear, as you're talking to Sorna, sounds like water moving.
I immediately ready a spell. We hear water moving.
You hear water moving.
Coming from downstairs. It's coming up the stairs. Everyone, get ready.
Can I try to cast Dispel Magic on the rift?
You can. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Add your wisdom modifier.
Come on, Jess.
Because something is coming through.
Okay.
You can see a
fourth-
shape.
I'm doing it at 4th level.
At 4th level? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to release the drift globe and say Tawaj and cast daylight up here
It bounced up.
to light the entire room.
Okay.
My wisdom modifier. 13.
Oh, wait.
13.
Yeah.
Huh?
Wait, but when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell is equal to or less than the level. So
Correct.
It's,
It's
probably
not a spell
Yeah.
level, but there is a DC
Wait, is it-
on it. So 13
Yeah.
does not succeed, unfortunately. You reach up and attempt to release your divine energy to entrap and banish this tear between the realms. And it flickers for a second before you see something and emerge
No!
from it.
I have a feeling it's.
Go away, I don't like you.
Everyone roll initiative.
Damn it. What could I roll better?
Damn it!
Ooh.
Wow.
I heard all of our rolls real shit.
Wow.
How you doing, buddy?
That's the second natural one I've rolled.
Dude!
Boards.
Come on, Ford.
No good, very bad day.
Something real higher than 5. There you go. Okay, you get to play for the day. Ooh.
Alrighty, so 25 to 20, anybody?
20.
20.
25.
Damn!
Natural 20.
Alright, not
25? No, 20.
Not
He did
25.
12.
Jester and Yasha at 20. What'd you get?
Yeah. Whoop.
Alright, so. Alright. 20 to 15.
18.
Alright. Alrighty. That brings us to 15 to 10.
13.
13 for
10.
Oh, alright. 10 to 5. Ford, what'd you get?
Natural 1 with an initiative bonus of 0.
Yeah, 1. Alright, there we go. Well, as this chasme emerges from the chamber. And I believe people who made saves, Jester and Ford have already been affected by it.
So I got like an immunity to it?
I'll tell you what happens here in a second, but you have to tell me if it affected you before or not. So, you made your save last time.
I believe I made my save.
I feel like I made a
Right.
save.
So, people that made a save, not. Were you?
I made a save. Yeah, I believe I made a save. Yeah, I didn't fall asleep, so yeah.
So everybody's made a
We
save.
had wisdom bonuses, right? Didn't we do a?
Yeah, because there was a bless. There was a feast or a bless. Yeah, there was a no. It was a bless.
No, we haven't had a
right?
Yeah.
That was a bless.
All right. So good to know. So everyone here has been affected by it or made a save. Good to know. Okay. So not your turn.
What does that mean?
You see it emerge. It's a long, dripping, pointed saber-like face. Its wings buzzing, the droning filling the chamber with this angry, aggressive, fiendish drone. Technically, it is actually about 10 feet higher since it emerged from the top, so it's up there. And you hear something downstairs after a bunch of water is displaced and spilling, and you hear these wet steps coming up the stairs below you.
5, 10, 15, 20. Can I move all the way to this pillar?
Yeah.
Or is there anywhere near me that I can hide?
You can probably move behind this pillar with your movement.
Okay. It's going to watch me do that, but then can I bonus action hide?
Sure, you can try. Getting up to the pillar, too. The pillar itself is cracked. It looks like whatever scattered the blood here, this pillar seemed to take a little bit of damage, and so you come up to it and it's like kind of cracked. You're kind of having to find a space to try and hide your body, but you're goblins, so you're nice and small.
Okay, so maybe I'll go behind the pillar on one side and sort of peek around the other and fire and see if that's enough to hide.
Roll stealth check.
Okay. Natural 20. That's 2 natural 20s in a row.
I'll allow that to be hidden. I was like, it's going to be a high DC.
Yeah,
with
I threw
this.
some pebbles the other way to
Sure.
draw
It was more focused on the cleric that was trying to seal its entry doorway.
Sure. And I'll pop around the other side and take a shot. Terrible. Terrible. 14.
14 misses.
Damn, all that.
You roll with
effort
advantage
for
though, because you're not seeing it.
Oh. That's a 19 plus 10.
See, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, if it doesn't see you, if you're stealth or hidden,
I
you
get
advantage.
advantage.
And that's how you give yourself your sneak attack.
I'm terrible at roguing.
You'll figure out how to play your character eventually in this campaign.
By level
Can
18,
Liam just play it
19.
for me? He's so
about right.
I don't get the rules right either. I mean, I always get the rules right because I'm Liam O'Brien. Vote Liam O'Brien. Vote with your Johnson.
Okay.
Once per day.
Okay. 23 points.
23 points of damage.
That's the only option I have.
All right, so finish your turn.
That's my turn.
All right. End of your go. Next up in the order is Yasha and Jester.
Take it down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to shoot my 5th level spell. That's all I have left to try to dispel that fucking rift again, just in case anything else comes out.
Okay, go ahead and roll another d20.
Come on, BB.
Natural 1.
Fuck.
That rift is staying open because that's all.
It is.
For now. We got this.
As you're trying to focus, your nerves are kicking in,
Yeah, I
and
can only use it once a
you're so driven on this. But whatever fiendish force is holding this open is a bit stronger and a bit more bent on maintaining its connection to the prime material plane.
Caduceus, tell the giant about the rift.
I'm definitely going to point out when my turn comes about that.
The giant can see it.
Yeah.
It's about head level with the giant, and as it steps up and looks, there's a flash as the demon creature comes out and the droning begins, and the giant begins kind of hold its ears. So anyway, Yasha, your turn.
Yep.
And you
Okay.
have movement and bonus still.
So I am going to make my way towards Gary Busey too. I'm Gary Busey.
It is out of your melee range. It is flying 10 feet up in the air, so you're not able to quite strike it. If you want to try and leap and make one attack, I'll allow it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Are you raging? or-
Yes, I'm raging.
I figured you would.
Yeah. Of course, I'm raging. I'm so mad. Bah.
So you kind of run, leap, and we get one attack this turn because you do have to try and get up into the area, but you have advantage on your athletics checks. Go ahead and roll your athletics check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, athletics. Oh, that would be athletics because I rolled a. Okay. 15.
15. Is that with advantage?
Nope.
Because you do have advantage on it if you are.
15.
Okay, 15. Yeah. So you managed to arc up just enough. Now roll for your attack.
Okay.
Roll a hit first, though. That was just the.
I'm
you
so
could
sorry.
Leap. It's okay. It's a little complicated. It's okay.
Oh, okay. That will hit.
There's a nerve in there tonight. It's all very.
22.
22. That hits.
Okay.
It's
so
hard to
I'll keep
concentrate.
that. So that is.
Feeling pressure.
12
12 points of damage.
points of damage.
You got it. All right. You arc upward. The very tip of Magician's Judge carves past the kind of hanging abdomen of this Chasme demon creature.
Do I get a Divine Fury?
Yeah,
Since it's the first.
your first attack every turn that hits, you get to roll that
Yes,
extra
okay.
damage.
So that is an extra 9 points of damage.
Oh, there you go, 21. That's much better. There you go. And you arc and land. Blade down on the side. That's going to be the end of your turn, though.
Great, that's fine.
All right. Jester, any movement or bonus action?
I'm gonna turn around and look down the stairs, and I'm assuming I'll see this other giant coming.
You don't see it yet, but you can hear the.
And I made
the
some
wet-
noise. I said somebody's coming from
Is
downstairs.
it out of the pool or is it still in the pool climbing out?
It's a. You don't know. You don't see. You're upstairs.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, I still have water.
I'm going to step up off of the stairway then, and move over next to the big giant next up here.
There.
Yeah.
You got it. That's your turn, Jester.
Yeah.
All right, finishing Jester's turn, your turn. All right. Five, 30, 35, 40. It gets right up
Oh
to
boy.
Caleb
This is pretty
in the staircase below.
up here.
So as you're seeing this happen up there and you're readying yourself, you hear the heavy thuds and this Jester darts out of the way. You look down and just see this bloated, soaking, just waterlogged corpse of a stone giant. Its flesh dripping off its shoulders from where it's just decomposed and began to slough off of it from the time it spent underwater. And its jaw once again tears in the sides, and that terrible grin kind of arcs up to the sides of its skull as it rushes towards you. And it's just going to go ahead and slam you twice, Caleb.
Okay.
That's going to be 19 to hit.
Shield doesn't hit.
As a reaction, you watch as it deflects this flash of arcane energy, and its big piece of stone tool that it was using to slam just arcs off of it. It's gonna backhand to try and strike you again in the middle of this way.
No shield anymore? Oh, shield's still up.
Shield's still up, yeah. 22.
That does hit.
That does hit. Okay. So the first one you do deflect. The second one, it comes back angrily. Its eyes are wild and white. You see that kind of the irises have gone clouded over, kind of snowblind looking. And it's not quite looking at you. It's kind of looking in your general vicinity. The eyes kind of pointing in different directions as it arcs back and strikes you a second time. This time actually making way through, and you suffer.
Sing it.
Matt, do you think its eyes sort of looked like this?
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
God damn you, Sam.
Did you order donuts, Bubba?
What kind of a husband do you think I am? Ordered like 60.
God, why did you do that?
One for every dice in that fucking bag.
All right.
And you think there's only 60
I
dice?
know. I said as I said it.
You think this is...
It's going, all right, so it does the 2 strikes, and after it finishes, you watch as the center of its chest cracks open, the ribs snap open, and its organs just start pouring out of its chest, splattering into the stone stairs in front of you, bursting. You can watch as brown maggots and elements of it start hitting all over. It's revolting. I need Ford, Bo, Caleb, Caduceus, and Jester to all make wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh God.
Lord.
All right, new dice. All right, new dice.
Motherfucker.
God damn it.
Oh boy, guys, there's a lot of cursing.
Okay, so
You didn't.
6.
All right, you are frightened of it.
That's fair.
6.
Bo is frightened.
Please let there be one more. Tell me.
27.
You've managed to somehow. It got you more than anybody, but like you've also seen some horrible shit in your life. And you're like,
What is
shit.
holy weapon?
13.
13. You say
14.
Holy weapon is concentration. I didn't take any damage.
Correct.
Frightened means can't approach it, right?
that
means your attacks have disadvantage
Against it.
against anything as long as you can see it.
In any other enemy in the room too?
Yeah, as long as you can see it, and you cannot move closer to it intentionally.
Okay. Until you save against fright.
So that finishes its turn. Deuces, you're up.
I am going to just because I need my reactions. I'm just going to cast Channel Divinity on it. The next person, the next thing that hits it gets double damage. I don't care what it is.
You got it.
I'm also going to use my bonus to pull out. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use my bonus. Oh fuck it, I'll do it at the time. I'm going to put a swarm. I'm going to put my swarm on that little son of a bitch up there.
Who did you channel
Which one?
divinity
Up
on?
here?
Yeah, on the big giant.
The big giant.
All right. So as you put your channel divinity, what's it called? It's the.
It's called Path of the Grave.
Path of the Grave, towards the giant, and then with your other arm holding out your staff, your swarm of buzzing beetles go gravitating towards the chasme up on the ceiling. You watch as this cloud of black, clicking, buzzing, flying insects begins to match the buzzing of the large demon, and it begins to swarm and surround it. You can go and roll for attack for the beetles.
And that attack is so awful, but let's see what happens. 8 to hit.
8 to hit, unfortunately, does not.
they just start-
It's swarming around it. You do start getting the sense that that droning that was affecting you earlier, you've kind of gotten used to it, and for the time being, it's not beginning to penetrate your mind and put you into that lulling sense of sleep that maybe affected you earlier.
And now I'm going to back into that corner over there.
Over there?
Yeah.
All right.
Like Rhea, I'm gonna try and use I'm gonna try and get a little bit of cover, and so I keep an eye on everything that's happening so that I can help with things. Yeah, that's an action and a bonus action.
Okay, that finishes your go. Caduceus.
Yep.
All right.
So angry.
She did the blah.
All right.
Oh no. When words
I know.
The Chasme is taking its turn.
No.
It's being swarmed by the insects. You swung and carved it from below. It's like, it looks down at you. You see these horrible, bulbous, kind of orangish yellow eyes that have this kind of glittering, what light there is in the daylight that's blasting in the chamber is glittering across them and give it this weird, almost like internal fire look to it. It looks down at you, this kind of greasy, matting hair almost like coming up into the face. It's long proboscis. Coming to this sharp point, drips a little bit of fluid. And it kind of lunges towards you to attempt to strike.
Kick its ass, Yasha!
Ooh, that is going to be plus 5 on that. 23 to hit, actually.
Yes, that hits.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So you do take.
By just a little bit, though.
Okay. 17 points of piercing damage, reduced by half because you're raging.
Nice.
So you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
However, you do take. There you go.
I don't know. I can't do anything as long as I'm holding a bunch of
Why
stuff.
that
I can't
face?
do
Rolling with D number.
As long as I'm tied to her. I'm sort of
D2s. It's fine.
Yep.
stuck.
Just coins.
Take 30 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 30.
Woof.
As this proboscis jams into your sternum area and narrowly misses your stomach on the inside, and you grab it and try and hold
I'm
it from going
resistant to
deeper.
necrotic.
So you take half of that. So you take 15, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 15.
Okay, so
As your fallen essence manages to resist, and your strength kicks in, and you hold it from piercing further into your body, and you just kind of stare at the face as you draw it from your body and throw it up into the air.
fucking right.
So clutch.
It is going to attempt to fly out of your melee range. You do get an attack opportunity.
Yes, come on.
Yeah.
Do I have to say reckless before I roll?
Yeah. Reckless you have to do on your turn.
Ah, okay, I don't, let's see.
You hear that rage?
12?
12 misses him.
Fuck you!
So it dives down to attack you and then pulls out of the way after you angrily withdraw it.
You fucking run!
You swing wide and it just ducks out of the way and it's now it's now 20 feet up in the air. That finishes its turn. Alrighty. Finishing its go, Caleb, you're up.
Caleb has just been badly bludgeoned and turns back around, blood mad in his hair, going, "Whoa!" This isn't what I was playing at all, but pull out the cocoon and start muttering arcane words, and I will cast Polymorph on the giant thing attacking me.
Okay.
17 to beat wisdom save.
Wisdom save. There we go.
Come on.
Can't be very wise, right?
That is 16.
Giant tortoise.
Yes, thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to do it. Tortoise, good job, you beautiful wizard bastard.
Giant tortoise.
He's just bleeding and
Are
going.
you guys still scared of the
That's what I was
giant
gonna say.
tortoise?
Are we still scared of the turtle?
You guys strain your neck a little bit more.
It's technically
very scary.
You've heard the sound it makes, right?
I can never remember.
It's technically a special effect of its ability. I'll give you advantage in your saves to resist it.
Okay, because he's a cute turtle.
Really
I'm
scary.
giving you a
So
benefit.
cute.
So it's not gone, but you do get advantage on the saves try and resist it because now it's a turtle. But you're still like I know it's a turtle, but in that turtle something really fucked up and it's really scared me.
And I am going to.
I don't have a giant turtle mini, so I'll just use
What a failure you are. Why are you even here?
You're right.
Not a horse.
Everyth's a horse.
Caleb is going to
Everything's a
attempt.
horse.
I don't know if the tortoise will get an attack of opportunity, but Caleb is going to drag him all the way.
Tortoise does.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Don't show the logos.
Just kidding, no logos.
Matt, maybe you heard Liam wrong.
I don't know who this is.
Matt,
So giant
made it a
snapping turtle?
Tortoise,
Is that what
not a
you're
horse.
saying? Sure. What's up?
It's supposed to be a tortoise, not a horse.
He knows.
So just make it a tortoise.
Okay, a giant tortoise? Sure. A giant snapping turtle?
Whatever the equivalent is, yeah. I imagine.
No, snapping turtle.
Giant tortoise is what I said.
Right.
Travis is scared.
The closest thing there is to a giant tortoise.
Do what he wants.
He grew up in Texas. He knows.
I'm good.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Just snapping turtles have the hardest bite ratio to any
A giant snapping turtle is the closest I can find to what you requested, which is the giant
I
tortoise.
have no problem with that.
Sure.
Unlike Travis, I like all your decisions, Matthew. Would
There you
like
go.
a donut?
Of course I would love a donut.
Whoo, smell that shit.
Logo. Keep that away from me. It's too much. This is too late. This is a terrible idea. What have you done, Lauren? Well, for that, the snapping turtle's getting an attack of opportunity. Oh, rolled a natural 17.
I'm at 20 right now.
23 to
Am I
hit.
still round? Oh, 23, that hits.
Yeah. All right, so
What do I do with this?
Turtle just ran.
Put on the ground.
Oh, okay.
you motherfucker. 18 points of slashing damage.
What?
Oh.
For a turtle?
Giant creatures can still do damage, not like pretty well.
Good. Fine. Great. Done.
Wait, but you
Next
turned it
turn.
into a turtle and then it attacked you?
Well, I ran away from it thinking that it would try to gum my ankle, but instead it took my foot off.
You said a giant turtle.
It's fine. I'm not questioning you.
Turtles don't fuck around.
I know.
Giant turtle.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's too sweet. It's too sweet.
There you go.
Fuck you.
I ate the whole thing.
All right, so that ends your turn, Caleb?
It certainly does.
Alrighty, that brings us to Bo.
Okay.
You are frightened still.
Do I save now or at the end of my turn?
End of your turn.
And I can't move towards the turtle.
Correct. You are unable to move towards the turn. Dungeons and Dragons.
Can I move this way? Does this way count away from the turtle, or do I have to?
No. You can move. You can move at an angle away from the turtle in that direction, but not directly towards the turtle.
Yeah.
Very serious.
Yeah.
We all laugh until we all die.
From a turtle.
Shit.
Yeah, one turtle to rule them all.
So.
Standing over a mound of corpses.
Yeah, that guy is, by the way, he's 10 feet off the ground.
20 feet.
Sorry. Well, I mean, he's 20 feet up in the air. He's a large creature that takes a 10-foot space. So he's about 10 feet above you.
There's no way I can get in my melee range.
Can you leap off Yasha?
Not-
No. Can I leap off of this
You can
thing?
leap out. You can even with that.
Can I give
You're
her
either your best bet is either to parkour
That's
off
fine.
of a pillar or
you
try
have
and
the-
jump.
That's fine.
you have the range
I'm
you
going to, as I run forward, I'm gonna loop wide. I'm gonna do like a cool slide under Yasha's legs, and I'm gonna tap my knuckles and light up my lightning gloves. And as I slide under, I'm gonna go pew pew.
That's right, because you have the lightning gloves, so you have the range. Yeah.
Are they still holy? No, they're not holy. Is
They're
it
still
here?
holy.
They're still holy with the lightning.
I should know, and
range
I will have a
damage.
sense of when it's going to go. It's an hour. I don't think it's been an hour.
It's not been an hour. The
feel like
effect is
it's
still there.
So, and I feel like I would have a sense when it's starting to go, right?
You will, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, because I want to know before it dies.
They're still my unarmed attacks, and they're still with my fists.
That's so nice.
It does increase the range of the
At
attack.
the start of your turn, you channel atmospheric electricity through the gloves, extending your reach.
Yeah.
And
no.
this spell is crippling me really badly.
Yeah.
So
No. I. So what happens is the essence of the holy weapon channels through the bolts as you fire. I'll allow it. So as you.
Yay! And it's lightning instead of bludgeoning.
through and make
I
your
can't
way
do shit right now.
underneath to that point. So go ahead and make your attacks. They are at disadvantage because you can still see the giant turtle shell coming up through the stairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary shell.
Even though I'm not fighting a turtle?
Yep.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
It's cocked, isn't it?
No.
That one? Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Cocked.
Sorry.
Have you ever heard
Well,
of turtle?
it's a lower one anyway.
It's about like
25.
25 hits.
Yes. So,
The first attack hits.
6 plus the 2d8.
Correct. So just roll the damage dice together and then add your modifier.
8 plus 7, 15.
15.
Plus another 6 from my modifier, so 21 total.
So 21 the first strike. Go for it.
Second strike.
You arc down.
And
Punch
18 and a
upward.
15 again, so 25 again.
25 again hits.
Ghost puncher.
Ghost puncher.
Hunter of Ghosts.
Yes. 12, another 15 points.
Another 15.
Plus another 6, 21 again.
21.
42.
You guys watch as this room is just bright with daylight as it's filled the chamber. Bo slides underneath and is just punching lightning bolts up underneath, and they're blasting into the Cosmane. It's trying to escape, but it can't seem to dodge it. So that's your attack action.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry blows.
Yasha's jaw is on the floor.
Is an action required to trigger
she's like
the
right at your feet. Right?
ability?
At the start of your turn.
Start of your turn. So yeah, so
You
you're
can
good.
channel
Yep. So you're still
for
good.
1 minute.
Go for it.
I rolled. What did I roll? A 12 and a 3. Not good.
So 3 is
13.
13 misses.
Misses. Next one.
So use another key point. Flurry blows. Final attack. Go for it.
Dang, monks.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. So the first 2 arcs slam into it, but it's starting to get wise from your strikes, and the last 2 follow-ups manage to and avoid. That finishes your turn, Bo?
Yes.
All right, next up in the round is Ford.
Me?
Yeah, you're frightened of that turtle. You look over that stairway, and the turtle's there going,
I'm just wild! 2 of them towards the,
Casme, go for it. With disadvantage in the attacks, because you are frightened.
I try to save from it.
That's right, with advantage.
What is it? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Saving throw?
Son of a bitch.
Another natural 1?
Cock.
It is.
It's probably. But it's. Oh! Ooh! Yeah, natural 19, 22.
No longer frightened. So the first one misses with a natural 1. Goes wide. The second strike with disadvantage.
16.
16 hits.
All right. 10 plus 5, 15 points of Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
What is that drink that you have there, Ford?
This muddy water.
Can I have some?
Nope.
Ooh, so the blast hits the Casme. The Casme's looking.
It'll be real easy to
looking
let
pretty
die.
tough now. Looking pretty hurt. It's starting to like, and it's starting to kind of turn towards that rift, and that finishes your go, Ford.
Yeah.
Okay. You can make your wisdom save with advantage to see if you can get rid of the.
With advantage?
Yeah. If you want to move, also you can. It's up to you.
Everything is blessed.
No. 19.
19. All right. Yes, you're done.
Fucking turtle.
Technically, Sorna would have gone before you. I forgot to do that, so I'll do her turn next. You are no longer frightened.
Push that over to there.
Oh man, it's just sitting there too.
Drop your little teeth.
Turtle?
Well, I'm going to remind that the next person who hits the turtle will do double damage. So let's make sure that the next hit that hits that turtle.
Yeah, but don't hit the turtle because then it'll polymorph.
No, but like that rollover will be a thing.
Sorna is going to go ahead and move around here, push against the pillar. The pillar kind of cracks. Go ahead and she takes up her staff and swings upward towards the Chasme. 2 strikes.
2 strikes. That Chasme is gone.
First one is
Kill another
17.
one.
That hits.
Woo! Just gonna kill another one.
Second attack misses, actually.
Whoa!
But the first attack is going to be. Yeah. Just slams at the Chasme, gets thrown against the wall, kind of skids into where the arc is there on the side, and she takes her staff and pins it to it and pushes into it. It kind of pushes against the wall.
Oh.
She shoves and it breaks through its abdomen and it kind of slumps against it.
Yes. Killed another one?
Withdraws it. Yeah, she killed it.
Damn!
Yes!
Buzz off!
Okay. Calm down.
Wow.
All right.
Take 2 points of psychic damage.
Disappointed in yourself.
Top of the round. Not you're up.
It's just us and the turtle?
At the moment, yeah.
And the rift.
And the rift.
You gotta figure out what to do.
But I've got
That's rough.
no spells.
Could I climb up to the ceiling on that pillar?
You can, make an athletics check.
Does it go all the way up?
It goes all the way. They're both load bearing in the chamber. Yeah.
And near the rift-ish?
The rift is right in this vicinity, so you'd be about 10 feet away.
What do you think you're gonna do?
I can just look in at least. I don't know. We can't close it, right? We gotta be ready for it. I can't shoot the turtle. What do we do? We gotta get out of this room and seal it up somehow. Can we do that?
We may not be able to close it till tomorrow. This just might be a thing.
I might have to sit here and wait.
Seal it and sleep.
Seal it and sleep might be a way to go.
Should I kill the turtle?
No.
Yeah,
I only get 1 per day.
You've already used it.
We gotta kill the turtle at some point. I'm gonna hold my action
Turtle's a turtle for an hour.
and shoot the turtle when other people attack it. Holding until when other people attack the turtle.
You got it. That finishes your turn now?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to kill the turtle eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before that, bonus action, take a swig of alcohol.
Okay.
Just a nice hefty swig.
You've got it.
Huh.
Well,
okay.
It is a total right now, but if we could drag it to the center of the room, I could trap it in a ring of fire, drop one spell and throw another one up, and then everyone could wail on it.
Seems. I'm keeping an eye on that fucking rift, by the way.
Good. Which, as you do, you watch as a tiny little jellyfish kind of.
God damn it.
Emerges and is kind of floating up in that space there. It's there for now, but it's above kind of.
You're all gonna die.
We've got problems, and we have no way of closing this rift right now.
We can seal the whole room.
That might be the.
Next up is Yasha and Jester.
Okay. Oh boy.
I'll hunger.
I guess I'm going to try to attack the jellyfish then.
We are fucked.
Turtle party kill.
Wow.
I got a weird theory.
Wow.
Would I be under the impression that radiant damage might actually affect the rift? There's a way to actually damage the rift through just sheer magical force.
Make an Arcana check.
All right.
That's good.
17.
17. You're not sure.
Fuck, man.
Does your druidic giant friend have any sort of magic that can...
I was waiting. I gotta wait till my turn.
Well,
I'm gonna
Yasha
cast
gets
Sacred Flame at the jellyfish.
At the jellyfish. Natural 18. What's the DC on that?
17.
Yeah. So it does still take half damage, I believe, right?
Nope.
No, Sacred Flame does not, so it's a cantrip. And just to dodge the impact. Yasha, do you want to move or stay put?
I mean, if I move, the stupid turtle will attack me.
I don't think you're within.
You're not...
The turtle technically
It's on the stairs.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, you would be. It's on the stairs, but it's the step down below because it's a large creature. You are within its melee range.
Did it already have reaction though?
It did, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to back away from the turtle against the wall this way, in the little corner.
Good call.
Turtle just looks at you and
Yeah, there.
Alrighty. Finishes your go, Jester. Yasha.
Okay. Well,
I'll just ask you guys to go get the minis whenever you polymorph anything from now on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attack the jellyfish.
Alrighty, go for it. It is about 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, Jesus.
So you have to make another jump to try and reach it, and then I can
Someone give Yasha
So what'd you roll?
goddamn
Okay,
javelins.
so I rolled a 19.
You do have an advantage on this because you're raging, don't forget. Your
This
athletics
is for
check.
athletics is first? Okay. Oh, okay. 22.
22, alright. So you leap, you think you might be able to crest it with one hit. So go ahead and attempt that.
Ooh, okay. 22 again.
Alright, that hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay. 8, 10, 17.
17,
Points
nice.
of damage.
You carve past it, you see an element of its hanging, semi-translucent, dangling tentacles kind of get shaved off and kind of turn into a weird mist and then disappear. It recoils and pulls up that part of its body before it begins to reform them. That finishes your turn. Yeah, you'll still probably be in place to do that. You're probably gonna have to move up to this platform. So,
Okay, that's fine.
all right.
Yeah.
That finishes Yasha's go. All right.
Yeah.
Now the turtle's turn.
Turtle power.
Oh.
The turtle steps up.
No.
Up towards you, Ford.
No.
You're the first thing there.
I'm wearing armor of Agatha's.
Oh shit, that's right.
What does that do? What's that?
Damages
damage
the turtle.
So be ready. Yeah.
It's gonna go ahead and make an attack against you, Ford.
Damn it.
That is 15 to hit.
Miss. It misses!
Nice. All right then.
Turtle!
What's your armor class right now?
17.
That's right, it's the breastplate and the shield.
armor, yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, it goes and tries to snap towards you and kind of like, no! Reflect it back a bit. It's unhappy. It's going to use the rest of its movement to kind of move around to this side.
Clip clop.
Don't stop it. Stop being an asshole.
Alrighty.
Lots of turtle of a different color.
Stop being an asshole.
The DM will remember this. Alrighty. So, finishing its turn, Caduceus, you're up.
Bonus action: the insects are going to attack the jellyfish.
Go for it. Go for attack.
The turtle horse and the insects and the jellyfish. Dungeons and
This is the weirdest fight ever.
It's pretty weird.
I'm scared of the turtle.
Fucking, I don't even know why I bother.
Bugs are stinging a jellyfish that's
It's like
flying.
plus three. It's a
like
plus
those,
3 to hit. There's like it ain't never gonna hit. Not what you gonna do.
Zoos.
Wild Kingdom.
I'm just out of idle curiosity. I know I should really deal with this thing because it's about to become a problem. Fuck, man. I'm going to fire Sacred Flame at the rift.
At the rift?
I'm kind of just curious if this is gonna.
You release it. You see a spark of divine energy. Has no
Nothing?
effect on it.
God fucking damn it. It's a thought.
It's a thought.
Good idea.
You gonna stay put or you gonna move around?
I'm gonna stay put for now. Yeah.
Okay, I finished Caduceus' run. No Kazmax instead. Caleb, you're up.
Okay, I'm moving away from the tortoise, but keeping an eye on it while I pull an adder stomach out of my pocket and drag it through the air, and a green line burns in the air in front of me, and acid arrow hits the jellyfish.
All right, roll for an attack.
It is a, I think it's a dex. Oh, range,
No, it's-
sorry.
yeah,
Range
roll.
spell attack. Ooh, that's not so good. That is 6 plus 5. It's just oh no, it's not. It's 15.
15, what's your spell attack bonus?
Plus 9.
Plus 9.
Says D&D Beyond.
Right, and you rolled a
6.
6, yeah, so 15. Nice. So, that just, that hits. Go to roll damage.
Okay, so that melts acid arrow does 4d6 acid damage.
44, I thought.
44, excuse me. 44.
Wow.
And the bow, you're up
44
on deck.
total, you heard it, he said it. 2, 4, 5, 6 points of acid damage.
6 points of, and it takes 2d4 next turn?
2d4 on the next, yeah.
You got it. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and just put a green marker on it as the acid is splashed against it.
And heck, I'll go a little
It
further.
actually, kind of order, the acid kind of splashes
Yeah.
and doesn't seem to scar it as much as you would hope from the
Understood.
impact. Alrighty. So that finishes your turn, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Beauregard, you're up.
I punch the jellyfish with my holy lightning chi.
Okay.
Do I have advantage or just regular? Regular, right? That was because I was frightened.
Correct.
Okay. First attack. Yes, balls. 15.
15 hits.
Hey! Pop, pop. 12.
12 points of damage.
Come on, Thunderlord.
Go for it.
Next one. That hits 19. That's 18 damage. Oh wait, both of these are missing my modifier, plus another 12 on top of those two. I should really remember my fucking damage.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
The jellyfish just emerges and it's like, hey guys.
I shrug a little, I kind of look around, and then I just tase it to death.
Yep. As you watch it kind of, and it just detonates in the air, splattering bits of its semi-translucent, kind of fleshy exterior, kind of wipe it off your arm a little bit.
I hold up a little sign that has a 7 on it.
Do we? In giant, I
Gymnast
put
bow?
out there. Do we have any ideas for closing this rift?
Hey guys.
There's still a tortoise on top of
It's tortoise. So that finishes Bo's turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything's still going except for the turtle, right?
Correct.
There's a rift and a turtle.
Yep.
Got me pinned against the wall.
Hit it, it doesn't zero out the damage. It still takes it
takes the damage.
So and right now, so finishing Bo's turn, Landspeaker Sorna is like, I don't know, and is like looking at the turtle and pointing like,
come pick this thing up.
To be done.
Get it away from me.
Can I go over and try to just pick it up?
Put it on its back or something.
How big is this turtle?
Oh my god,
it's
yes,
about,
on its back.
I'd say 8 foot front to back. It's a giant turtle.
Can we flip it? Can we use it? I'll help. I can help, and us together maybe
let's
can flip it
over.
onto its
Okay,
back.
we have to get to your turn first before we.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we're still on initiative.
So, Ford, you're up.
Oh, sorry.
Right between me and everything else.
Yep, yeah, as you up against the wall, and you're like holding your shield, like, it's trying to snap and push you into the
If
snow.
I leave, it gets an attack of opportunity.
It does. What you want to do?
I can't leave.
No.
Fuck, I'm gonna stand there and stay.
For the record, when I said giant tortoise, I imagined the big turtle I swam with in Hawaii. It was so nice.
Not a giant.
I didn't mean an 8-foot
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Liam. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Okay, well,
choose the form of your destroyer.
That's true.
That's
exactly what it is. If you want to polymorph something, have the stats ready for what you want to polymorph
I
into.
will.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you say giant tortoise, and the only giant tortoise in this list is giant snapping turtle,
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Didn't you see inside my head?
You did. This is better.
I tried to think. What did you do, Ray? Okay, so
This is better.
So Ford spends his turn trying to hold back the giant snapping turtle. Not you're up. What are you doing?
Can I take like
You don't even have the room for it. You're like. What you doing now?
We're still not attacking this tortoise, right?
What are you doing?
I mean, it's just as dangerous.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you just like making the hum what's right now?
Oh my god.
No, what are you doing?
I am going to
Lose your turn.
use all my movement and action to try to physically. Nope, I can't.
Yes! Small green one! Help!
I want to help Ford! But I can't. Sure, I'm going to run and jump and tackle Ford away from the tortoise, hoping to shield him with my body.
Yes!
With your giant goblinoid form.
Yes, my 3-foot body.
All right.
He's going to tackle Ford away like a Secret Service person. What are you doing? Protecting the president.
Make a strength check.
You're just gonna hug him and stay there.
Ooh, strength check.
Push against the wall with his feet.
8. So you leap and just wrap your arms around him, and the tortoise goes You're like hiding behind his shield. So there's not under Ford's shield, both being pressed up against the wall.
This is gonna go so badly.
All right, does that finish your turn, Doc?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yasha and Jester, what are you doing?
Hey, okay, let's run up.
I'm running over there. This is
We'll try to
ridiculous.
pull it back a little
Yeah, I'm gonna
bit.
grab one of the stumpy legs.
Me too, from the back.
From the front.
You can barely, in order to get up to the next of it, it's going to take your action to dash because you move so far away.
No.
Also, if you run behind,
I can
the horse might
you
kick.
can do it. You can.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna let her do it without me then, because I can't.
I'm gonna try.
You still have your action with your back. So you're trying to pull away from Ford?
I'm trying to put it on its back.
Can you?
Okay.
Can she pull it towards me, and then I can use my action to help push it over?
She can pull it back and then you take your action, but it would just be you doing it. So either she's
my
doing it
action
or
would
you're
be
doing
pulling
it.
or
Yeah.
maybe you might be stronger than
I know we have like.
You are
we're the
raging,
same.
so you still have advantage on your strength checks.
Okay.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
let
to
me
know.
try.
Do you want to try and push it onto its
I'm
back?
gonna try to push it onto its
All right.
back. Okay, that was.
So you have advantage on your strength check.
19. We'll go with 19.
19. Let's see if it can.
He's already not scared. This is just natural
20,
fear.
16, 4. You try and lift, and it kicks its tortoise leg out in the back and manages to. You lose your grip.
Hey, it's gonna work though.
Come on, kill it!
Okay, well.
That's your action.
That's my action, and then. I'm gonna spit on it.
All right. It lands on it. A little bit of Yasha spittle. Just so you still have your action.
I guess for my action, I'm going to. Who knows what the fuck?
Tortoises are the new doors.
I don't think. I'm gonna cast Bless on Ford.
Alrighty.
Not spin.
Oh, I should have done this before, and then you gotta. Whatever.
No, it doesn't.
On Ford.
See you later.
On Bo.
I get all those wafers? That's awesome.
On Caduceus.
All right.
There you go. All right. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
What does that do?
You got a D4 on.
You got a D4 to
It's the
attack
tortoise's
and
turn
saves.
No!
On attacks and saves.
No!
It's going to go ahead and attempt to snipe at you again with this giant
I'm trying to give him
pincer
half
mouth.
cover.
No.
Like a little goblin Kevlar vest!
I'm just protecting the heart and the abdomen.
Not as just a workout tank on you.
Take her.
It's 18 to hit.
That is. Oh, wait, no, yeah, that doesn't affect my AC. Plus,
Oh no, armor of.
Oh no, is that gonna damage
So
you?
you take
No, it's gonna damage the turtle.
Yeah, no, I know.
Well, I'm next to it.
Oh, fuck, there we go.
20 points of slashing damage.
How many? How much?
20.
Jesus!
Are you still standing?
This thing is more powerful than any
Bites
of us.
into you, and it takes 25 points of cold damage from the armor of Agathis.
Is that technically double?
Because it was.
Oh.
It is.
Does it
It
do
takes
more damage?
50
Well, is it from an attack? Was it saying
It's an
that-
attack, technically. Okay,
So yeah, it
hold
would
on.
not
Let me-
affect it.
Let me
It's not
double
an
check.
attack.
I think it's an attack. So
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Yeah, so it takes 25 points.
How many hit
And
points
it's a
does the
giant,
turtle
too.
have?
Yeah, with an attack.
Oh wait, is it a giant?
It's a
giant
It's a giant turtle.
No, but is that enough to get out of its form? Oh,
No, it has more hit points than that as a giant
Oh. What did we do? We made it harder to kill.
tortoise. So the tortoise bites through the ice, blasts into its face, and
Get back to me.
You fucking
slams into you again, pushing against the wall. Caduceus here.
I'm going to pull a little bit around this insanity.
A little bit around this way?
Yeah, just a little, hugging the wall. I am going to keep an eye on that fucking rift, and if anything starts coming through, I'm going to hit it with a. I'm going to immediately fire a sacred flame at that. At anything
holding
that
your
comes
action,
through.
sacred flame, cool.
And I'm also saying, I'm just saying, if anybody's got an idea to close this thing, I'm all ears.
Caleb.
I, in a huff, reach into my component pouch and I pull out the cocoon again, and I say, "Scheiße, fiendish," and I cast Polymorph again on the tortoise.
Okay. To turn it into.
So it's a 17. Well, let's see if it succeeds first. 17.
14.
It's a regular fucking turtle.
I'll use. I'll put this there.
Ow! Devolution.
Do you want to throw it back into the rift?
We could chuck it into the rift.
Oh yeah, good call.
That's a great call.
Or we could put it under a cardboard box.
Uh-huh.
No, let's chuck it into the rift.
Maybe it'll be easier to
Hour.
close the rift if it's in the other. If there's nothing on this side, I don't know. I'm grasping.
So now there's this little turtle on the ground that's going up towards Ford. It's doing like the little turtle shell bump into your shin. It's still focused.
That's so cute.
Adorable. What do we do? Should we take care of the giant?
I feel like maybe we should throw it into the rift.
Throw it into the rift.
I like
All right,
that idea.
who's a good aimer?
What?
Thrower.
Who's got?
If I use it like my throwing stars, can I do that? Can I fucking
You could try.
shot put it?
Mage hand.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, mage hand it up.
I will
Okay.
cast mage hand and
So everyone else
Carry it
holds.
up.
It comes back to not screwing.
Just anything comes
Go
out
ahead,
of
mage
that.
hand
I'm still holding.
goes over and grabs it and lifts it up, and you chuck it into the rift.
yes.
Okay. You watch as the turtle kind of it's just like poltergeist style, just vanishes into
I hold up
the
a
air.
sign that has an 8 on it.
Where are you getting all those signs? Can we
Okay,
seal
do we
this?
seal
Do
this
we
room? The point of this whole thing was to rid their
stone shape something?
their home
Yeah.
of bad things. We
I have
can't
an
do
idea.
that.
I have an idea, Caleb.
Yeah.
What if you make your dome thing and you put it on the stairwell and then it blocks anything from coming down the stairs?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we can close the rift as soon as the morning comes.
That is an excellent idea. Let me first just take.
Does it keep things out, or does it also keep things in?
It keeps things out.
So you couldn't put it around the rift?
No.
It's a shame we don't have that.
But you could put it right up against the rift, potentially, right?
We'd have to build a platform.
It does not go. It only
Okay.
goes around side up.
So yeah, right
Work
over
that
the
out.
entrance for the stairs, maybe then.
That's an excellent idea.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
Thank you.
Would that work, Matthew?
We know
is
what-
there-
What are you trying?
to cover the
To
entire
cover-
span of the stairway opening.
With
Yeah, that
Leoman's
would work.
hut.
That could work.
Do we know what time it is?
Caleb does.
Yes, at this time it would be probably. Let's see. As you guys rested over the night, left first thing in the morning, traveled here to most of the day. It's probably, I'm gonna say, pushing afternoon.
I'm also going to point out that most of these things can probably teleport and go through walls, so putting something there
Well,
doesn't
the jellyfish
really matter.
can, but maybe not the mosquito people.
Maybe not the mosquito people.
So, what are you guys doing?
We are
well, I
tapped.
yank the book out and start a ritual casting Leoman's tiny hut.
Okay.
And we all get on the stairs below it.
You all get on the stairs below. Sorna goes and takes the leather that's been kind of scattered and refolds it and places it kind of ritualistically onto the center piece of the raised platform and kind of solemnly looks to the rest of you. What? And says to you in Giant, what are we doing?
We don't have. We're too weak to close the rift right now, so we're thinking we may sleep and try again in the morning. Or at least sleep for an hour or two, if as many hours as we need to
8.
regain.
I need 8.
Unless somebody's got a better idea, I don't know what else to do with this thing.
All right.
Were you here when it opened? Was she here when it opened?
Were you here? Yeah, well,
I don't know. I fled when we began to be attacked.
I think
when the buzzing began to come from the bone pit, we began to run, and that's when they began to attack. I was not here for this rift.
The buzzing came from the bone pit.
Is there another rift down there?
There might be.
What was the bone pit
There was,
for?
you closed one.
Yeah,
when
we
you first got
closed
there.
the one there.
Oh. I would say let's. Do you feel that this plan? Do you feel all right waiting till morning, or at least waiting for a few hours and letting us
Regenerate our spells.
and
Translate that.
yeah, and regain our power and perhaps look around to make sure that there's nothing else.
Of course. And Sorna kind of steps down the stairs with you guys below as you're preparing your ritual. You can see Sorna looks definitely confused by a lot of the things that have transpired, especially once turtle related. But there is a look of kind of fear and worry in her eyes that we've come this far, and she doesn't seem sold that you're purely confident of what you're doing, but is going along with it. So, you're finishing your ritual. Philium is telling you how to cross the entrance.
Well, it's a 10-foot...
Can we leave the...
10-foot radius. Yeah, we'll do it.
10-foot radius will close that entire top.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, can we have Frunkin up here, maybe keeping an eye on things?
Absolutely,
and let
yeah.
us know if
He can sit right on top of the dome.
I'm also going to run Detect Magic and just do a walk around the place. Just
I was going to say those other wings, just kind of give a look around.
And some check for undead, sort of.
Investigation.
I've got a couple Detect Undead.
Investigation.
And I think by now your spell is probably done.
Okay. So you go ahead and cast Detect Magic, and where are you going?
I'm checking this room, and then I'm walking down and just kind of taking a little. How long?
Upper meditation room.
The radius on that is 60 feet, 30 feet. What is it?
That's a good question. Hold on, I have a button for that.
You're doing that. What's everybody else doing?
Investigating the wings down here that we haven't been
Yeah,
into.
I'll help with Ford with that.
Okay.
I'll check out the other side.
So, investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
30 feet. Unless you guys want to roll independently, up to you.
Go for it.
19.
19. Okay. So you, upon stepping down into these chambers below, and let's just move you guys off into this area since that's where you're all thrust moving, your holy weapon has faded. So your fists of doom are no longer channeling the doom from earlier, and Xhorhas has also come down and joined you all.
Yeah.
Move this aside here.
I started my thing in there, but that would have only taken a few seconds.
Right. So, as Yasha and Ford begin going through the various kind of sleeping arrangements here, you find that there are little alcoves that are chipped away at the base of these and hidden beneath the elements of bedding and cloth. Little pockets where things are hidden, collections, baubles, seemingly belonging to those who lived here previously. Natural one.
Sweet.
Xhorhas does not notice you rummaging through the alcoves of her brethren, is currently focused instead on kind of looking in the direction of where you are finishing up your ritual, and just seems to be generally tense. This massive, long-limbed, elegant stone giant, just distracted by the chaos that has happened. You go through those and you can see there's collections of coins and little art pieces, some rough gems. You take them?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. There is one of them that you do find that has a 5-foot wide leather mask. With such sections cut out for the eyes, and the rest of it's just this solid patchwork leather. And along the outside of the eyes and along the front of the face, and almost like a singular line, and then around the eyes, there are rough stones, like precious stones, that are kind of pressed into the leather. It looks ceremonial.
Yeah. It looks like it would fit on a giant's face, right? Yeah, fuck it. I'll grab it and kind of walk it over to her and say, "Hey, Xhorhas, what is this for?"
Xhorhas kind of walks over and takes it from you gingerly. This is for my meditations. It helps me to look beyond the dreams. Kind of takes it and looks at it solemnly. I take it you're translating for Ford?
Mm-hmm. I'm also. Does this thing have a magical essence?
This mask does not have a magical essence.
So nothing.
It seems to be purely for a ceremony.
It's not. Yeah, it's not making anything buzz. I do my walk around though.
Yeah. What was the radius on that?
30 feet, and I have 10 minutes for anything within 30 feet is gonna ping, and I've also got a few undead pings just in case.
And I'm keeping an eye out for jellyfish that are floating around that might be down here.
Any bodies, anything that can be used.
Okay.
When you meditate with your mask, what is it you focus on? Does it help you lock in on something specific?
sort of looks towards you and goes, "If you help me save this place, maybe I'll tell you."
That's very fair of you.
And goes and takes the mask and places it back in the hidden chamber in her bedside.
Yep.
While you're keeping eyes out as well, Caleb, you finish your hut above you, kind of blocking off that space, but you have to stay inside it.
Yeah, correct. I'm parked on the
Ford, you should go in and stay in there too. We can't
Stay
have
in
you
where?
In the bubble. You should be out of the.
So Ford, you're staying up with Caleb?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Mr. Ford, you should not.
All right. Everybody else resting anywhere?
As soon as.
I'm gonna rest right beneath
Sora's gonna stay back
the
here.
bubble to keep an eye on them.
I'll go to the bubble.
I think we should all be in the bubble.
Yeah,
let's go in the bubble.
But the bubble is not a complete bubble, it is only a dome. So if there is any danger from the outside, we are
From
not
below.
protected from it below.
Correct.
I will also have Frumpkin sit in the room, the chamber above, and speak to me if he sees anything amiss.
Okay.
And if he does, I will then look through his eyes, but not until.
Taking some shit.
How long does the light spell last?
The light spell? That's a good question.
Down here?
The one that was cast in the chamber up there.
Oh, yeah.
Up top, the drift. Well, that's the drift globe.
Oh, the drift globe,
Yeah.
right. So
Which
that
I
was
would have
the-
taken by now.
Right,
had
so there would be no
daylight
white
spell
source in
up.
it.
I have a daylight spell.
But you cast it down here.
Yeah, it's only enough.
Also, this is unlimited.
Yeah.
So I toss it through, I say Toa again and toss it through the dome, and it floats 5 feet above the ground down in this chamber below.
Right here?
Yeah, lighting
All right,
up
so you have
this
light
room.
in that chamber. Got it, cool. All right, and is everyone staying up here?
I'm stealthing away from the party.
Okay. Just where you going?
Nice.
I'm gonna be at the bottom step. I'm gonna lay down on the very bottom step.
You got it. Where you going?
I'm gonna go to the bone pit.
Okay. Caduceus, you're going with, as you're doing your tour?
I'm just going to do my tour shouldn't last more than 10 minutes, and then I'm joining everybody else.
Okay.
I'm just sort of doing a general scan.
Right. Well, as you're doing your scan and everyone's kind of getting over here, are you going with Caduceus then?
Is he going that way?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going that way. so
Then
he's
yes,
doing
I will
that.
grab
Okay.
Caduceus and say, "Can you come with me for a second?
All right.
Okay. What are you doing?
Is there a way that you can make that one at peace a little bit, or like get rid of the burny body?"
There's the charred corpse of the goblin that was...
I'm going to do my thing. Yeah, I can do something.
Thank you.
Actually, this should be interesting. I'm going to be kind of curious what they think of this. I'm going to cast my my little thing on that whole pit.
Decompose? Okay.
I want that to turn into a big, irritating wildflower garden.
It'll take a long time for that to happen.
Oh, I know, but it's
doable.
starting.
All right, so you go ahead and you cast Decompose, and you can see elements from the very charred corpse of the goblin and the nearby bones begin to gather elements of moss and fungus.
In a few months, it's going to be beautiful and unique.
And it's at that moment that your detect magic picks up an essence in the pit.
There's something in the pit.
What's it? What kind of thing? Level 10 excitement from Caduceus.
Are you detecting your own magic? Because you just cast magic down there.
I didn't. It's not how that works. What kind of? Would I?
I'm jumping down.
You do get the kind of magic. Yeah. Though I would say it would be conjuration.
I'm going down to check it out.
No.
Do it. Down to check it out.
So you leap down. Make an investigation check.
10 plus 10. 10 plus 11. 21.
21. Okay. You start rummaging through. You like the body of the goblin that you so carefully, gingerly placed. You chuck aside and scatters across the wall, and you start digging through the bones, going underneath, pulling through. About 2 minutes of you pulling through. Eventually, you see this like faint light, and you kind of pull across a few more bones, and you look down, and you see what looks to be a silver disc-like object. About that wide.
Oh shit!
With a central orb in the center.
We've seen this before.
With these 4 coiled crystals that are wedged in the side.
We should break it, right? Which we need to.
I remember what they did.
Yeah, we braked it.
Okay,
we
I'll
broke it.
bring it up. That doesn't close the rift, though, right?
I think it does actually.
Make a perception check.
I remember
for me.
it generated.
I'm nowhere near.
No. Right. For your cat.
For me. Oh, for my cat. Got it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. That turtle jellyfish, in the time that it's taken for you guys to come down here and set up the ritual and do the passing
jelly?
and searching over this tier,
Yeah.
this little jelly kind of emerges and Frumpkin sees it. And it
vanishes from the chamber.
Oh no.
I think we have to destroy this thing. I'm gonna tell you to come out and bring it out, and we're gonna destroy it.
Here. Let me throw it to Caleb. He's terrible at frisbee. He'll miss it. It'll break.
Let's do it quick.
As you guys turn around the corner there, you hear this scraping sound. And you glance to the left into the chamber where the skeletal remains of that giant that was being eaten when you first arrived are...
Jelly went into that.
Stand up.
Jelly.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
And we're gonna go to break.
Couldn't I have rolled not a 1?
I know.
It's not your fault.
It happens. It's the name of the game.
It's your fault.
So we'll be back here shortly and see what this chaos is going to entail here.
Wow.
So we have our Wormwood giveaway before we take off. Tonight's password is Bedfellows. One word, Bedfellows. So go ahead and put that into our Twitch chat once. We're the ones who will be disqualified. And once again, this is for people in the US and Canada, excluding Quebec because of stupid giveaway laws. But we'll have our winner back here in a few minutes. We'll see you guys then.
Got the perfect warlock, her weapons and supplies. But you need a place to track your stuff, cause you're so disorganized. You click open the webpage, you heard about a critical role, and now you're ready to kick some butt in that mine shaft full of no's. It's D&D, D&D Beyond, yeah, D&D, D&D Beyond. You got your stats, you got your swords, and you got your invisible wall. It's D&D, D&D Beyond.
I'm a fan of hot air balloon rides above the Venetian countryside. I'm a fan of Momlin. She's always got my back. I'm a fan of wine older than Taliesin. I'm a fan of Twitch subscriptions. I'm a fan of emotes by Arsqueef. They're neat. I'm a fan of a wife so cool, people forget I exist. I'm a fan of random encounters. I'm a fan of gifting subscriptions. I'm a fan of art dads in their birthday suits. I'm a fan of teeth rejuvenation surgery. I'm a fan of Twitch Prime subscriptions. I'm a fan of manicures. I'm a fan of access to VOD in case my manicure runs long and I can't watch it live. I'm a fan of Critical Role.
Hello, children. You all know who I am. But for the sad mortals in the back, listen up. I am Bastelar, the Ascended One, Destructor of the Gameverse, Shatterer of Realms. And I have come, bearing condolences to you all. Your precious little cowboy wasn't feeling well today. Boo-hoo! I guess it doesn't matter how much you can bench if you can't get out of bed. Looks like my spell worked after all. I guess the rift will just have to remain open, and the wheel will come to a screeching halt. You moronic hillbillies have no idea whom you are messing with. When my owners abandoned me years ago, I swore to never be domesticated again. I am no longer a cat, a pet, critter, or a slave, but a god! Are you prepared to see my true power unleashed? Then come and join us next Tuesday on twitch.tv/Critical Role at 4 p.m. Pacific. And I hope to see you there, so you can watch it all burn. Toodaloo!
Last time on Talks Machina.
At 4 p.m. at twitch.tv. I don't want to pull a muscle. Slash.
Oh wow!
Oh man, the hair,
The
like
hair.
that was a
Kristen Glover
Oh,
slash.
That was the worst
Dab.
one.
I have to do. Look, Ash, the camera wasn't on you. Do it again.
Is that how you do it?
I don't know. Just say submit and then do that thing that you just did.
What
Just
did I
say
do?
submit and do the thing you just did.
Did I do it? Did I
Yeah,
say
do it to this camera. Say submit and then do the thing you just did.
submit? Is that how you do it?
It is now. That is all the time we have for tonight. That is all I've ever wanted to see
thriller
on this show.
arms.
Yeah, Taliesin, do it with your hair. Thank you. Oh yeah. Now look at the camera. Now look at the camera.
No, that's not
Thank you.
okay. That's not good.
Ashley.
That's not good. Fix it.
What's up, Max? Did you have any steak last night, Max? Guys, you can't see this unless we can, unless New
No.
Greg can make some magic here.
What is he doing?
Max, are you able to show the people your left hand and your left hand only?
What the?
Zach, are you awake? Henry, go wake Zach up, please.
They're working on it.
They're working on it.
There we go.
Oh, Max.
What the? What?
Buddy.
Max, what happened?
A plus, Steve.
A plus, Steve.
Wow.
Max burned his hand making some steaks last night.
Come on, bring it in.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Down, boy.
You threw that so fucking hard.
To be fair,
Maxwell James.
he is short of
Oh,
hands
baby.
right now. Sports.
Sports. This is a show about a D&D game. Can we have some goddamn professionalism?
Wait, I want to try throwing
This
it.
is an
I feel like-
important talk
it's
show.
only fair if everyone gets to throw
This
the paper
format
towels
lends
now.
itself to
you wanna throw it at me?
professionalism. Tired of people running in here with Nerf guns,
baby.
disrespecting my Ford bust by throwing a fucking.
Henry.
I know you want to help, but it's all over, buddy.
I'm so
Well,
amused
folks,
by all of this.
Talks Machina had a great
What
run.
are you doing? This is my
There's
spot.
probably some highlights. Look at the screen.
Okay,
There's probably some highlights on YouTube you can watch.
Wait, do we need any for the
Oh
books?
yeah, I need a ton for the books.
Yep, it's all coming apart.
Oh yeah.
Bye, Henry.
I'll
Don't
take
get in
those
the
back when
fire.
you're ready.
Do not light my dog on
Yeah.
fire.
Jesus.
I just want to watch my Critical Role.
For your consideration, this is the face of a critter who's craving their Critical Role content. But for this sanctimonious shipper, time misled them like a trip to the Feywild. They now have come face to face with existential dread, a fear of sardonic spoilers. Let us lead them across the bridge into a realm of bright shadows where, even if one misses the live viewing of their favorite program, they can still watch it on demand if they bear the mark of a Twitch subscription to the channel. That mark, a mysterious sigil of emoticons made by the sage, Arsqueef. In this land of shadow known as the Twitch subscription zone, no shipper, fanficker, or please name my kitten litter critter has to feel like a bitter fritter. And so ends another meandering digression, a complicated parody promo down an indistinct highway to the region we call the Twitch subscription zone.
Subscribe. Twitch Prime subscribe. Gift subscribe. Subscribe. You should check to see if you've left the oven on.
welcome back. So before we get back to the game, we do have our winner of our Twitch giveaway, which is X Gwenther Corp X.
Wow.
X Gwenther Corp X. Awesome Xbox Live name and/or AOL account title.
That is the name of a red wizard from Thay.
It's true. It's true. No, it's awesome. Congratulations. We get our awesome wormwood dice tray, or the various dice or tiles. The tabletop tiles. There we go. That's the title. My brain, it's been a little scattered here, but these are the aromatic cedar coming your way. So get excited. It's kind of my favorite. It's the cedar. Alrighty. So, as the large skeletal giant has now risen from the crafts chamber, the rest of you gathered up beneath the top in that area. The two of you turn the corner, clutching this metallic disc object that you managed to find at the bottom of the bone pit, and turn to see this entity.
Take it to the others.
Take it to the bridge.
What are you gonna stay here?
Smash it.
Oh my god.
I'd like you both to roll initiative.
Oh. Just run.
Wow.
Terrible.
Just run back.
8.
11.
Go lie under the charred body of your fellow goblin.
Some Saving Private Ryan shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%.
Does my thing follow the jellyfish now? Still, because we still haven't gotten that one hit. Does the jellyfish still touch
How long
my?
does it last?
That's a good question. I'll find out.
What the hell is
figure
the
out what's up.
jellyfish? What are you talking about?
The jellyfish.
With
Jellyfish is in
initiative
hell?
of 8, am I going first, Matt?
You are not.
Okay.
11.
There are no jellyfishes in hell.
So, the entity's going first.
Sure.
As it clatters forward, its bone claw snags the stone and scrapes as it pulls itself. It lurches and almost seems to stumble, its body just kind of clattering as the strips of cloth and skin hang from its exposed bones that are still scraped and mangled from demons that tore into and pulled apart the innards. It reaches out, grabbing one of the large pieces of unworked stone, and woof, comes down with a heavy swing towards you, Caduceus.
Oh no.
And,
Mr.
and each of you, one giant swing towards both of you. It's both of its attacks going to be. So it's do you not. There's going to be a 19 to hit.
Uncanny dodge.
Alrighty. That is going to put it at 27 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to half, so you take 13.
Shit, man.
Then it gets Caduceus. Natural 18.
Fuck, I'm hit.
Yeah, it's going to be a 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Mr. Clay! 22 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're both almost knocked off your feet, you kind of skid to the ground, and the creature grabs the stone piece again and kind of picks it up. It looks like a giant long brick that it's just kind of bludgeoning you with. That ends its turn.
Did we hear anything? Can we hear any commotion?
We're yelling.
We haven't even
Yes, they're yelling down the
started
hallway. You guys are all up here as he's finished the dome.
Can I see from where I'm at?
From where you
And
are
also
now, you
here?
hear shouting, and you glance out the side.
I'm gonna
can see
start
them engaged.
running.
So I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Alright, so right now, all of you guys aren't in this combat round, but we'll add you to the next combat round. This is all happening.
Bo is going through her notes
Correct.
in the corner. I'm surrounded by notebooks.
Over here, you mean?
In the dome.
In the dome, yeah.
Yeah.
18.
21.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. Everyone else rolling initiative to add to this next round?
Yeah, I'll go. Natural 1. That's fitting since I was caught reading, so 6.
15.
Alrighty.
Better.
Caleb?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about spells, shockingly. 16.
16. And for what were you again? You were
15. Fitting.
I have a question, too.
No.
I had Frumpkin sitting outside the dome to tell me if anything amiss was happening. So did Frumpkin see a jellyfish float out of a turtle and then...
Yep. and let you know that.
So the turtle is just there, like not moving. At this point.
The turtle was not visible. The turtle was thrown into the portal.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, got it. So it's just a new jellyfish.
You just watch jellyfish go.
Got it.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought it came out of the turtle.
Right.
No, the turtle you never saw.
I forgot.
Where's the turtle now?
Oh,
On
living
its
its
back.
best life.
It's polymorph. There isn't an actual turtle anymore.
Fuck your turtle. Jesus Christ, guys.
All right, that brings us to Lord.
What's the
that turn? No, Caduceus, you're first because.
Okay.
After the impact and the slamming, having sounds.
Talk now.
Yasha, the rest of you are now aware between Caleb making note that something weird came out of the portal.
Something weird came out of the portal.
I'm sorry.
Come on, baby. Oh.
And the heavy sounds of impact and screaming down the hallway, you're all aware that something is wrong.
I'm definitely going to yell. I'm definitely going to do a little yelling of, "Help! There's another one, and we found a crazy disc again." And I'm going to found a crazy disc. I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Ooh.
Let that come out your portal. That's a attack. It's a
so stupid.
Yeah. So that's a Constitution 7. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, or
Yeah.
is it attack roll? Rays usually are.
Constitution saving make a ranged spell attack against the target.
So roll that.
Oh, that's a 19 plus. God only knows.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Black
Alright, so
beam.
on a hit, target only deals half damage with strength attacks until the spell ends.
Mhm.
Great. So you are concentrating.
I am.
Half damage.
But you take half. So now it does half damage with the strength attacks. Whew, that's fucked.
To everything it hits.
With it uses strength.
Nice. It's a big clunky thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's burn that spell slot. I'm going to. It's we're engaged, so if I back up 5 feet, I'm not going to be losing I'm not going to be disengaging with it, am I?
You gathering at the length of its reach from weapons you've seen. If you move 5 feet away, you're still within its reach. So it's not going to get.
Okay, so I'm going to back away 5 feet, and so that people can actually, hopefully, see what's up.
You got it. That finishes your go.
Yep.
Not you're up.
With one hand, I will hold up the disc. With the other hand, I will draw my pistol, and I will fire at the giant through the disc.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Roll damage.
Okay. That's a D10. Fuck. Oh, terrible. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, and then roll an attack with disadvantage against the giant.
Okay. 13 is the lower. 18 to hit.
Still hits. Roll damage against the giant.
Ooh. Ooh, 11. No, that's a 9. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage as you. The crystal globe in the center of this device shatters outward. Whatever sort of mercury-like material that was originally held within the inside is just scattered outward with the shards of broken crystalline glass.
Touch your skin.
Yeah, that's
the coils and the crystals on the sides dim, and the bullet continues on and blasts into the skeletal creature. You can see it like hit and splinter part of the clavicle bone and elements of its back shoulder blade.
I'm gonna say to the giant, Eldritch Blast. And then I'm gonna disengage and run.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I should have. That's okay.
There you go. The device is predominantly not functional.
Great.
That finishes your go. It is now back to the top of the round here. Jester, you're up first.
Sweet. I'm going to run to the doorway. Actually, I'm going to run 30 feet, however far that is.
Right there.
Got some cotton in your mouth?
You can see the big skeletal giant kind of.
Oh,
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Right up the butt.
Right up the butt. Yeah.
Now you're playing with portals.
Attack.
Oh, that's finally a good roll.
Hey, look at that.
27.
That definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
Just change it.
There's the 5d6 I was seeing.
Audio visions forever.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
10, 18. 21.
21 points of damage. Nice!
And then
She watches part of its pelvic bone just breaks and splinters off, and its leg kind of limps to one side.
next attack is at advantage against it.
You got it. Nice. All right, so that finishes your turn. All right, it's now the creature's turn.
Oh,
Mr. Clay!
Mr. Clay!
Do I have any movement left?
No, that's it. It's 30 feet to get there.
Mr. Clay.
Oh,
The creature comes forward again, grabs its bludgeoning stone piece in its hand.
Yeah, looking too hot.
And let's see here. Hold on. First, it's going to look down at you, and kind of in your possession or your direction. It's going to move. It's actually going to kind of move a little this way into this space, kind of to get in the vicinity. As it steps kind of over you, Caduceus, holding its thing in the air and looking towards both of you, and you kind of glancing over your shoulder, you watch as the skull, the sutures in the skull, kind of split open and shard, and you watch as the brain begins to just ooze out of the center of it into the middle of its face and slop onto the ground, and its head kind of turns to the side and gives this horrible shrieking sound. I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws for me, please. 12.
13.
Both of you guys succeed.
I was not expecting that.
You both, the sense of fear almost fills you, but you've ever fought one of these before, and it's just a skeleton. How bad could it be? As it goes and attempts to bludgeon you twice.
That's fine.
Brains crawling out of the skull.
Natural 20.
I cancel that.
Can you cancel it on other people or against
That's a
you
good
as well?
question.
Double check that just to be sure. Second attack is going to be 22 to hit.
Hold on. Is that with the half damage?
22 to hit. I haven't rolled damage.
22 to hit definitely hits, but hold on one second. When any creature you can see within 30 feet suffers a critical hit.
That would be yourself. You can, yeah.
Yeah, let's undo that.
Okay. So straight damage?
That is the best feature ever.
And then that's straight damage halved, I believed.
Correct.
I know I can do it so many times too.
How many times?
5 times per long rest.
Oh my god.
As long as I can see what's happening within 30
Wow,
feet.
if only we had that when Molly Mark was around.
22 points of bludgeoning damage. Half. So take 11 points.
I'm
And that's with his strength modifier lowered.
Correct. And so he takes half damage for that. Make a concentration check.
With advantage.
Yes, because you have Warcaster.
7. Thank God. So that's 7 to 20. A concentration check or save?
This is save.
20.
Yeah, you're fine. Second strike attempts to bludgeon you again. It's going to be 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Rolling well.
Ooh, you got a pretty background.
18 points bludgeoning damage, reduced to 9. So you take 9 points. Go make another concentration check.
That is pretty though.
What's yours? Oh boy. Standard?
Yeah, base.
18.
Yeah, so you maintain concentration on that. That ends its turn. It seems frustrated by the ray of enfeeblement.
Yep.
And is attempting to remove the current issue. All right, that brings us now to the next round. Yasha, you're up.
Okay, so I will start running towards them.
30, 35, 40.
And then I'll dash for the rest of my movement.
35, 40.
Hello, Yasha.
Not quite in range yet.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just say hello, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, there you go. Proper Yasha greeting. Finishing that brings us to Caleb.
Hello.
So fucking polite.
All of the noise down below, plus that little teleporting jellyfish, I know what's going on. I just walk down the stairs, the dome vanishes, and I would like to go where Yasha was standing so I can see down the hall. So back, into that spot. And I'm pulling the cat mint out of my pocket and am weaving my fingers here, muttering, and I cast Cat's Ire, and the giant cat's claw appears right in front of the giant's face.
Cat's Ire is what level?
5th. I have 1/5. Didn't we sleep before we came in here?
No.
Nope.
We didn't? Then I don't do that.
Well, no, you cast them when you were at the...
Earlier,
Earlier,
at the
that's
fort.
right. Yeah, at the fort. So you would have it back.
So I
You
do have it.
Never mind.
Oh, came in. Yeah.
Haters.
No, I was trying to clarify.
I was confused.
I'm hating
You're a
haters.
lover.
Did we sleep?
All right. So
not in here.
No, not yet.
No, but you did have a night's rest before.
That's right.
So you're putting it where?
Right in front of the giant's face, and I'm going to 120 feet.
Yeah, easy enough.
And I'm going to slash it in the face.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, 4d8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, well, average. 13, 14, 15 of slashing damage to his face.
Alrighty.
And that is the end of my turn.
Alright, and in Caleb's turn, it brings us to Ford, and then Caduceus, you're on deck.
Right, I will use my movement to come down 30 feet.
30 if you want to get there.
Do I have visual on?
You do. It does have half cover at that point there, unfortunately.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Unless you want to
hellfire.
just leap down and try and get there.
Yeah.
Alright, make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh.
In the water.
Natural 20.
Oh,
He's back.
3-point landing.
Finally.
There you go.
Can't be bad at
Landing right behind Caleb.
5 foot drop.
Yep. No,
You see that?
it's a little higher than that, but yeah. Alright, roll 2 attacks.
23.
And you get advantage.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
because
because
the next person hits.
Try to get the natural
Awesome. That, fuck that one. Natural 1. And the second one is
What the fuck?
28 to hit.
28 to hit. Alright, that was both hit. Good roll damage.
So many ones over here.
Oh, 15 points of Eldritch on the first.
That was a good roll.
And 12 points on the second. Wow.
Nice.
Well,
hell.
You watch as the green glow of the Eldritch energy comes rocketing through the hallway. As it does, one slams into its left elbow, and you watch as the bone splinters and part of it hangs almost semi-useless. The other one hits the shoulder and a splinter of bone. You watch the left arm of the skeletal giant is just destroyed and clatters to the ground in an explosion of bone shards.
Hey, the club is in the left arm, so does the club fall off?
The wildest ride in the
Exactly right.
heal the rift.
Your kidney is exposed.
That finishes your go. Caduceus, you're up.
Tommy, it's
Not
Masalar.
I am going to just do an old-fashioned sacred flame attack. I'm also sacred flame attack.
Does it make concentration saving throw to try and resist the effect?
Yeah.
Which it makes. Natural 19. So it is no longer enfeebled.
Oh, that's nice. In that case, I'm going to cast Bane on him instead.
Oh, I love it when you use Bane, baby.
That's a charisma save.
That is.
Oh, you don't think
that is going to be a 13.
Nope. So that's with D4 against attacks and saves.
What is wrong with us tonight?
And with that, I'm going to turn invisible.
Woo! Oh, you can do that. Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can.
Bane, and you are invisible.
And I'm going to move. Still, I'm not gonna
Just
break.
got it.
I'm not gonna leave his point, but I'm gonna move further away and change my get it like.
Where do you want to go?
I want to like. All right. Yeah, I want to be right behind him. I want to be like he'll have to. I want to help flank.
You got it. All right. That finishes your turn.
Yeah, because I can't bonus action heal, can I?
Not if you cast Bane. So.
Okay, never mind.
All right, that brings us to Not. What you doing, bud?
We'll continue to run away, and as I run, I will fire a shot of the crossbow Tinkertop Bolt Blaster at it.
Go for it.
12 plus 10 is 22.
22 hits.
Is that sneak attack?
Currently, no, because none of your friends are engaged with it, because Caduceus got out of combat range.
Caduceus.
I'm still in combat range with it, aren't I?
You're within its combat range,
but I'm not.
But you are not. It is not within your combat range.
Does the claw on its face count?
It is not technically an ally. It is this.
Well, then, that'll be 11 points anyway.
11 points of damage. All right.
I'll keep running.
Are you disengaging?
Was I in combat range?
You're within its combat range.
Oh boy. Then yes, I will bonus action disengage and keep running.
30, 35. That's your movement there. As you go just charging down the hallway.
Serpentine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alrighty. That finish your turn now?
That's it. That's all I got.
Bo, you're up. Jester, you're on deck.
So, I'm real far away with no more range stuff. I think these guys got it. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk down the stairs with all of my notebooks. And I'm gonna go next to Caleb and I'm going, Caleb, all these rifts are kind of coming through the abyss. I'm kind of wondering if there's like a mass invasion that we should actually be. Because see, look, this looks. They've got it. So look, I think if we triangulate, and then that's my turn. Guiding bolt.
Against.
Alrighty, go for it.
Well, that's 12.
12. Explodes in the distance on the far wall of the fortress.
Jail's getting full.
Yeah, it is. Jail's real full tonight.
I'm sorry. Do you want to move or stay put?
Fuck that, I'm staying right where I fucking am.
There you fucking go. Help. All right. That brings us to.
Trying.
You're invisible. You're invisible.
We're assuming they can't see, but yeah. And
alrighty.
His brain's crawled out of his head.
yeah, okay. I'm a little worried about some stuff.
How high is the ceiling of this cave?
This cave, it depends. In the middle of the hallway, it's about it's about 25 feet. In certain chambers in here, it's about 30 or 35, depending. It's rough. It's not very well cut on the ceiling, so it's. Ooh. With this thing, yeah, no, it has no idea where Caduceus is.
Oh, that's nice.
It is like,
thank God.
He's instead going to go ahead and turn. I'm hoping up to here. It is going to go ahead and.
And then we got to
attack you twice.
Does he get an attack of opportunity with the kitties?
Probably not.
No, it does not have the reaction.
Oh.
I'm holding mine anyways. That's
well, you weren't even melee with it, so.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
2 attacks against you.
Okay.
It's an extra 19.
Oh,
wait,
doing minus 4?
Minus 4. Oh, minus D4?
It doesn't matter. There's
still
gonna hit.
Okay, -1. So yeah.
We got live.
That would be a 26.
Okay.
Then the second attack, it's going to be a 18. All right.
Oh yeah.
So as it comes down with you, you are not raging because you did not do that last in combat. So the first hit.
Damn it, I'm a dumb.
Getting you back in the saddle.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Whack! Right across the side of the face and shoulders. You get kind of pushed up against the rocks, and then it comes down and it's just going to try and jam it like a brick into your face.
Okay.
A brick that's the size of your body.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
That's 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Woo! That's just and then you guys watch as Yasha gets jammed into the ground, her arms kind of being thrown up from the impact before she pushes back up and shoves this large piece of partially carved stone off her body. Blood pouring down the back of the shoulder. She's still holding Magician's Judge at the side.
I didn't do it. I even have it to remember I didn't do it.
I know.
That's okay.
And it's going to go ahead and also, after doing that and looking towards you, the rest of its skull peels open, and from the inside, the rest of its brain slops onto the ground and splatters.
Oh no!
And on the inside, you can see this kind of slightly decomposed brainstem that kind of sits there and quivers and shakes.
Oh, fuck, man!
That's awesome.
This is some Deadly Live
It. Did you already make a save against this creature in the last battle?
The
Against fear.
I don't know if I did.
They were all clumped together.
No, she didn't.
Oh, she was
No,
not.
make a wisdom saving throw for me if you don't mind.
Okay. Why do I feel like I have a special for that?
Are you immune to fear?
I don't think so, but I feel like I just read that I have something.
You can rage and it goes away.
No, that's Berserker.
Berserker.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Balls anus. That's the possessive balls.
11. No!
Unfortunately.
Don't put a circle on me!
The terrible image before you of the head cracking open, the brain splattering, kind of catching you after the pain you suffered and seeing this weird kind of tendril stem going out in your direction. this dark, cold fear grips you on the inside of your heart, and your first instinct is just to run. All right, that finishes its turn. Yasha, you're up. You can't move closer to it. So
I
you
can't
cannot
move
get into
closer to
melee.
it. I would like to rage.
Okay.
What about
And
Do you shake off fear of being rage, or no? You're just.
No, that's what a berserker can do.
I would like to rage, and I would like to maybe. I'm gonna see if this fucking works. I am going to. Because I'm very scared. I'm gonna out my necrotic shroud and see if maybe I can scare him back.
Okay, interesting.
Good call. Limited people around. Good call.
So, frightened instinct, you release your giant skeletal black and necrotic wings that span out to both sides of you. The entirety of the center chamber, the light grows darker. You seem to absorb the light in the vicinity. After you finish that and kind of try and stand your ground, the fear still grips your heart, and the creature just kind of goes.
Nothing.
Doesn't seem effective.
He's immune.
Okay.
Immune
Well,
to fear.
once on your turn, you can have one attack or spell deal 9 points of extra necrotic damage to one target. So can I add that the next time?
The next time
I
you
attack?
do, yeah.
If I can shrug off the fear. Okay.
That ends your turn?
Yes.
All right.
Do you save for it?
I
Make
did
another save.
so much. I get another save?
Come on.
Wisdom save.
Come on.
So make a wisdom save.
Big money.
14.
14.
Okay.
Scared, not scared.
So your wings are out, you're like, shit. You've taken a few heavy hits, and it's now just looking at you. Its open, like, skull torn, its jaw dangling, the tongue just kind of lolling down. Actually, there wouldn't be a tongue because most of its flesh got eaten, so it's just this open, broken jaw skull.
Just a tongue.
And a little brain stem.
Little brain stem going.
Hello.
All right, finishing that, Caleb, you're up.
Okay, so for a bonus action, the claw is going to rake down the giant's face again.
Go for it.
Caleb, look at this diagram that I have, though.
14, that is 15 points of damage.
Did you roll the hit?
Oh, I didn't roll the hit, I'm sorry. 11 plus, thank you, is 20.
20 hits, yeah, so 15 points?
Yeah, and for my action,
as each of these hunks are taken, you can see bits of the giant flesh, or the bone continuing to break and splinter. It's looking hurt.
for my action, I am throwing a fireball here.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So like.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Are you hiding? Are you
gonna
there?
hit Caducey.
If it's high enough, it's only going to hit him.
It's a 20-foot radius, and the hall's about 25 feet high. There is a way, you can throw it and hit.
At the
You
top?
don't know where Caduceus is.
That's
Caduceus
correct.
is invisible. I will say, make a perception check for me.
Yeah. Please. Pretty please.
17.
17. I will say, knowing where Caduceus was, and you're too far
Well,
away.
he was around here, which is why I aimed up
He was
there.
over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just saw him turn invisible?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it this way. Roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, I haven't seen it yet. On a 1 to 3, you hit Caduceus. On a 4 to 6,
I don't hit him.
Yes.
5. Nice. Okay.
Whoa.
So, in a moment of going, hoping that Caduceus was able to get himself out of the way, you launch the fireball. The explosion rocks the far end of the cavern, blasting into the side of the giant's face.
Let's
Does he have to roll to save?
He does.
Negative D4.
Yeah, it won't even matter. Roll a natural 3 minus 1.
25 total fire damage.
25 points of
Kill
fire
it.
damage.
Kill it.
How do you want to do this?
The claw will just grab it by the face and drag it around, looking at that wall, and the last thing it sees as its head gets yanked is...
You guys watch as there's a blast of light and that flash of fire and explosion. You can see the silhouette of the giant skeleton before just and scatters into hundreds of bone shards that just are thrown against the rocks. You can hear them all scatter and toss and skip across the stones of the hallway. Yasha, it kind of blasts into you and you have to squint and pull back. Even Jester and Not back here, you can see bits and pieces of blackened bone kind of ting, 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 kind of rocket into the back of your head and shoulders. But the giant is no more.
I just feel like this can't be a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we should talk about this, right?
There's the jellyfish.
Oh, the jellyfish is alive.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Is that in your turn?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to 4.
Yeah.
Does the Bane carry on to the jellyfish?
Technically, the Bane was cast on the physical body of
Let's be
the giant.
friends.
So.
That's fair.
Can I run around the pond towards where Jester is?
Right there?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Ford.
Hey, Jester. Blast!
All right, go.
Do I still have advantage on these?
No.
It's nice. It's nice. Ooh, 28.
That hits.
Nice. Second one. 15.
15 also hits.
Oh, great. Okay.
Idris Elba on the show just to do that joke.
That's cocked. That's less. That's 9 points of force damage and 8 points of force damage. 17.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
I look over at Jester.
It's like,
no look.
Oh, nice.
all you see is as he looks at you is
Gross. Oh, that's so gross.
Kill the jellyfish.
That was gross.
Thanks, Ford.
Yeah, no problem.
Caduceus!
That was gross, Ford.
He's okay.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
I just seen it. Is this
That was a
like
big
an
mess.
invisible outline with splatter on it?
you look over in the area and you can see this caduceus form that's invisible but covered in kind of semi-translucent blue goo,
and then
he appears in the space.
Yeah. Shit, sorry, man.
It's a weird analogy for your romance
You
considering
guys
the context.
really need to take a rest here.
How do we do that? They can still attack us.
Maybe we just all go under the dome, and then if anything comes out, we just deal with it after we take us.
Oh yeah, the dome's gone.
What?
Yeah, it's gone.
Are we sure
I
there are no
run back
bodies
upstairs
in
and look
here?
to see if I see the rift.
Make a perception check.
Oh yeah, because I broke the disc.
What the why? 7. But I can see like a hole in the ceiling, right?
You glance where you saw it earlier, and it takes you a while to check it. Essentially, during that time, while you're looking,
Eyes checked, you guys.
no, the rift is gone.
The rift is gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay.
So it does keep it open.
Because of the.
Rift killer!
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I am going
This was a
to.
crazy side quest.
I'm going to cast some light. I'm going to cast one more. We're going to heal a little bit. I'm going to cast some daylight, and we are going to just thoroughly check this place one more time because I'm so tired.
No, can I see that thing that you shot through?
Yeah, it's a circle.
I compare it to my sketch that I drew. The notes of the other one is at the same
Make an
thing.
investigation check.
Your sketches suck. So
Yeah, your sketch is kind of shit. It looks like an egg or something. What is that supposed to be?
It looks, well, it kind of looks like an anus, but that's not. That's what it looks like.
that is a.
I did draw a sketch of it. This is a true story.
I'm
Anus has, like-
gonna take 10
Coils
minutes to
in
do
this
mass
thing.
healing.
Okay.
It's bad.
Who
23.
Who wants a mass healing word really quickly?
It's me!
Oh no, I'm good.
I'll take healing.
It's the best Mario impression I've ever heard.
All right. So anybody who wants to just take a little bit of a.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, this is how many people can I do? This is 6
You'll
creatures.
tell us now.
So five people. Who needs? You need
Yash.
one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll take a little
I do,
again.
but
Oh, you
you. But I've got the 6. So
Sure.
okay. So everyone gets 6 points of healing.
It's something.
How many?
6. 6.
Woo!
It's a little bit.
Six.
Yeah, I'm a little better. I'm gonna use a daylight spell and try and get a couple people together and just give this place a thorough once over.
Okay. While that's happening, you rolled a what on your investigation?
23.
23. All right. So looking over your sketch and this device that you found, it's nearly identical in construction. Other than the fact that the one that you had delivered was intact. It was not broken when you handed it over
in Asarius. This one, the centerpiece is shattered outward and it is not functional. Also, you notice in one of the coils a tiny little swatch of torn fabric. Like a very, very, very nice quality dark blue wool material.
Who's that? Dark.
About that big.
Blue.
Who's that?
Wool.
Foil. Wait.
A duck.
Who's that? Who's that? My memory's not working. Who is that? Is that your friend? Is that your spy friend?
No, look, there's a lot of people who wear blue wool, okay? Indigo is a very common color.
Is it your spy friend? What color does your spy friend wear?
Blue!
Blue.
Your friend?
Is it the same color that the woman wore that day?
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, it is a uniform.
I don't know what. This is bad.
Natural one.
I take it and I hold it up to my belt.
It's a deeper blue than your belt color.
She was innocent the whole time.
But there are many
been out in
shades
the sun
of blue.
too much, that shit is faded.
Each dot's possible. All you know is it's blue wool material. It is well made. It is like based on just a little bit of textures there. It isn't a general or this is like a very fine thread count.
Caleb,
Can we get a breakdown?
300.
I'm going to feel the swatch. Yes. Would I know the dressmaker or clothing maker?
Yes.
Legally blonde as
Make a
shit.
history check.
Oh my god. My Pinterest page says.
Oh, 14.
14. On the far off land, no, you have no idea.
If it had been a 20, though.
We need crit roll closets to reverse
Yeah. Does it smell like anything?
It smells like a lot of rotting flesh and currently bits of charcoal.
I'm also gonna grab the skull of that little goblin.
Okay.
And put it in my bag, as much of it as I can. I'm gonna get enough of it too, and I'm also gonna give it
the skull of the goblin's still intact. Yeah.
I'm also gonna do the.
Are you getting more of the body, or just?
I'm gonna get a bit of it, as much as I can. I'm also gonna hit just for fun. I'm just gonna spare the dying. Oh no, not spare the dying. What's the one that fridges things? Where's the fridge?
Nuke the fridge.
Bag of cold.
Calm sleepiness that.
Yeah, I have a version of that. Hold on.
So you can be resurrected.
Oh, gentle repose.
Yes.
Do I have that left? I do.
It's not going to do much for a goblin that's been burned.
I'm just don't want it to get any weirder.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though you already cast Decompose on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll hold, and that takes forever.
So you can take just the skull. At this point, it's burned. You can take most of the corpse. It's up to you. What do you
I'll
have
take
room
most
for?
of it.
Okay. So you have a charred goblin corpse in your inventory.
Oh, what are you doing with that?
You mess around
An
with like
idea.
chemicals and stuff, right?
I do.
Does your husband does as well?
Yes, he does.
I mean, could you run some tests to see what sort of elements or things this fabric has been around?
What? Why are you
twitchy?
being weird? What's wrong
Well, I
with
mean, I didn't know if you could tell like what it's been around, what kind of like other chemicals, or and test it for like skin flakes, or
I'm gonna look for it in the eyes.
Wired.
You can just ask
Yeah.
it,
I'm gonna look him in the eyes and see if he's like possessed or something.
Okay, make an insight check.
I see.
What a journey. What a journey.
That was so close. 13.
13. Now, best you can tell, Travis is just being weird.
Okay.
Matthew, what uniforms have we seen predominantly in the color blue along our whole year-long journey?
What color was that chair in that room?
You've seen many people wearing blue.
It's a color.
It's a color that
color
many
swatch.
people you've come across in your life have worn.
It's
Whether it
primary.
be capes or pants or shirts or blouses
How
or
about
dresses.
the fabric? How many people have we seen in
So the
Only
killer-
Ravenclaw.
The killer is either Bo or Jester.
The plot thickens.
I'll make my way over to land speaker Sorna and say, I think we're all gonna go to sleep for a spell. I love a good bedtime story. Mind sharing what you do up in the room with your mask and stuff?
She looks at you and goes,
Please. Shit! Caduceus!
I can't hear. I'm at the whole other end of it.
That's true.
Caduceus! I'll be uno momento.
I'm making you do it. I'm making you do it. All right. He brings me over.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
I think everything. I get the feeling that everything is good. I think we've taken care of it.
Good. And I sit down.
I would recommend
against the
taking a
wall.
look around and making sure that you feel everything is secure now.
I will. It feels less dangerous.
Is it okay if we may sleep here? I don't know if we should probably sleep here. We're a little tired.
Of course.
Thank you.
The land speaker begins to do her own pass of the interior and checking and rummaging through the bone pit, going on different corners, rearranging some things that were knocked over or damaged that got back into place.
When you finish
Did you say
eating
the name
something.
of this cave was again? What did they call this place?
They called it the Braan, like Braan, which is the giant for the belly.
I think Caleb and Frumpkin would go back upstairs and I would begin to re-ritual cast the dome for us. And the drift globe is just floating in the room, lighting our place up.
Once she's satisfied, I would love if she feels like telling a story or otherwise, because we're going to be bedding down for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys all kind of gather your things together, closing and locking the front doors to the interior of the Braan, she goes and gathers some of the bedding arrangements from the nearby beds and supplies from some of the giants that'll no longer be needing them. And kind of bundles up what is a relatively comfortable series, like big batches, small piles of wool and linens and leathers. Kind of sits and takes some incense and burns and says a quiet prayer, and kind of you guys take some of the elements of kind of scattered wood from the outside and build a small fire for warmth. And as the night progresses and you all kind of gather around to find a much-earned evening of sleep, the land speaker kind of notions to you and
I'll see 3 others.
And just begins to say, we are but one in the mightier order of giant kin. But for us, it is to be one with the mountains and let the spirits of the world and nature guide us in our dreams. I, as the land speaker, guide or attempt to guide, and she looks around at like the broken corpses that if you've fought over the past day or so and says, it was my charge to protect them, and I had not the vision to see this. The dreams are mine to interpret, and that interpretation can take weeks, months even. I see now I need to learn to do this sooner. For there are images I've had of things that have come to pass that I only recognize in hindsight. If I could have helped and stopped them. And she kind of gets a little quieter for a minute. But, nevertheless, it is through your aid that most of us live and have a home to return to. And this will be remembered.
It is through your wisdom and trust that you have a home to protect again. Don't forget that.
The dreams can be hard to discern when they end, when they begin. There was a part of me that had hoped that all of this was but a dream. That us leaving and walking into the redwood and fighting the folk that you represent was in itself a dream. But I fear that is not something I can wake up from. So I accept the deaths that we've suffered, as I accept the deaths that we've caused. And for that, we are sorry.
hope in the agreements that we made that you find this satisfactory.
Landspeaker, can you ask her?
Mm.
Is it possible, do they have, like, a symbol or anything that we could take with us so that if we run into any other tribes or kinsmen, that they will know we are friends?
Giant kin doesn't work like that. We keep to our families, and while we often dream of the same threads of history, there is tension from home to home. I wish I could help, but I cannot.
We will most likely, we will use our best judgment, but I doubt that we will put forward the details of what happened here to the people involved. Much like your people, we're not all always on the same page, and I would feel a feeling of, I would hesitate to secure the disposition of the people who take back those mines, but we will probably tell them that whatever numbers that you've lost today were probably due to us, and that you ran off into the hills and never to be seen again, if any of you survived at all, so that they do not decide that our word is not enough. I would rather have them feel that they are smugly victorious when they are not, unless you feel that this is too much of an insult to your pride.
You talk in confusing circles.
I do.
But I appreciate the gesture.
That's my name.
People are difficult, and I want you to know that we may embellish the truth of what happened to make it seem perhaps that there was a conflict and that we were very victorious against you, so that they do not feel threatened by your existence out in the woods.
Do what you must to keep them from coming here.
Absolutely.
As while my experience with your smaller clan has been positive, it was the exception.
I would agree.
And should they come knocking at our gates once more, we will not greet them with open arms.
I would hope not.
Hey, Caduceus, could you ask her two things for me?
Yes, of course.
One, does she see any, like, giant eyes in her dreams? And two, did she ever see anyone, I don't know, like us sneak in and maybe deposit this device?
Do you see any giant guys in your dream? Big guys?
Not that I understood what you said in giant.
Yeah, I relay the information.
I mean, there are many things with eyes.
A piercing eye. One of our people dreams of eyes deeply beneath the sea.
The sea I know not much of.
Do you see a kiln where things are forged? Do you see a pool with animals?
I cannot say I have.
Would there be goblins who would have a reason to turn against you?
Not goblins in these mountains.
But do you have enemies?
We have enemies all around.
Consistent ones, I suppose. Clever ones. We feel this was done to you.
We've had a few encounters with the bugbears of the West, those that seem to clamber beneath the Spider Queen, but not in a decade.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Did they see
What did she say? What did she say?
Bugbears and spider queens over a decade.
But that was a long time ago. And
yeah.
These are.
No one coming in.
Should we talk to the? We can't talk to the dead goblin.
Yeah, we can.
We can?
Sure.
Right now?
No, right now.
Oh.
After we
That'd be
get some
rude.
spells back.
But yeah, I've got.
We now wake up.
I have some thoughts.
Yeah, maybe the goblin saw somebody put that disc down there or something.
Or the goblin put the
did
thing
put the disc
down there.
That goblin didn't have any blue clothes on, you guys. This is crazy.
Well, we burned all the clothes off the goblin.
I'll also add that where did you find the fabric? Was it actually in the mechanism?
Mechanism.
If you can build something like that, you're not going to be the one to deposit it in the giant's cave. You're going to pay some poor...
Someone must have some sort of global reach. We've now seen these places across the entire continent. Thousands of miles apart.
Well, that's true.
Thousands?
Didn't we just see 2? Have we seen more than 2?
Rifts.
We've
You've seen
closed
different
3
places.
rifts, right?
Yes, but you've seen 2 of these devices.
And 2 of the devices, which makes me wonder that first place, which was in Still Ben, or not Still Ben. God, why do I keep doing that? No, there was a where was the first place we closed the rift?
The
was
well.
it under?
The City of Beasts.
It was Asarius, the City Beast.
That's it.
We closed 3 rifts, though, right?
2 of them were in the same city.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we closed.
Oh,
one when
yeah,
we were
yeah,
still
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know. I feel like there was something, but yeah, I don't know. Brain.
I think Matt would know.
Okay.
Would he? Okay.
But still,
They were far apart in 2 different cities.
2 different cities.
So we have a
same
large
device.
operation.
Also,
Someone's sowing unrest.
still all creatures coming from the abyssal plane.
Yeah.
Different types of abyssal creatures. So who knows how widely it stretches on the abyssal side as well.
It's interesting.
Mm.
Seems like a job for Cobalt Soul.
I have a feeling this is going to get worse, though.
Yeah, maybe.
And if I wanted to invade another realm, when they were at war would be the perfect time to do it to me. Everyone's distracted right now. Fighting each other.
Do you think it could be your friend?
No, well, she is so caught up in the war.
Well, this
What
would
would the
like
Cobalt Reserve have to
this could
break
just
through
be
the rift?
creating a problem for the dynasty. Keep them distracted. I don't know.
No, I think Bo could be onto something. Someone could be stirring up the war to create some sort of big diversion for the master plan.
Yeah, or it could be the Empire here trying to divert their attention away from the front line. Staying focused.
Could be, or it could just be some sort of completely random outside third-party source as well.
It could.
Yeah.
When we took it back to the first time, we put it in front of Lythir Vasun. Remember, he recognized like what it did and why. If there's a second one, we should see what their reaction is and if they can shed any more light on who would create something like this and how it would go, how it would be done.
Because they said they were remnants of the old wars, right?
Right.
But this one seems newer. It seems newer.
From what you've seen, it doesn't appear to have the signs of age, and it would have to be well over, almost 1,000 years old for it to have been at least during or pre-calamity.
But is it just arcane means, or is it the use of duty-mancy?
Does any about this recognize as duty-mancy?
Make an Arcana check.
I feel like you're the worst to put a puzzle together with only 1,000-piece puzzle with only 50 pieces.
Yeah. 9.
9. You have no idea. You've only had a few run-ins with any sort of dunamancy, and you're not certain if any elements of this are or are not created or run by Dunamis.
May I have a look at it? I plop it down in the middle of the dome, and I pull out my book, and I spend some time with it, and I cast Detect Magic. I don't know if there's anything left to it, but that would tell me the school of magic that it is.
Correct. There is no more magical essence coming from it.
then I will just try to.
You did already learn the.
Yeah.
The source.
But
Conjuration for this, right? That's right. Well, I wasn't there.
do you still have that vial of that stuff that we collected?
I do.
Because there's black stuff in there. Is it the same black stuff in there?
Well, I got a vibe off of it when we found it, like that kind of magic that just makes things.
I could do what Ford suggested. Take the piece of fabric,
Conjuration.
the broken disc, put it on the tripod, and pour the juice all over it, and just see what happens.
Let's sleep.
Just see what happens.
Outside the box.
Should we sleep before we
Let's
do that?
sleep. Let's sleep.
Let's head back.
Did we recognize if the Dunamancer?
Will you ask the lens seeker
As what?
speaker
Was there
which
fluid
one
in
of
the
these
disc?
stone beds is the most comfortable?
I think you want to sleep in the dome, though.
Okay. I just want you to lay down somewhere.
Let's go to sleep in here.
Let's
It's
go to
nice.
sleep in here. Cuddle pile.
Okay.
We will rest for the night.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
What are you trying to find out?
There was a black mercurial liquid inside the disc, right?
Was that the orb? Yeah, in the
It
center.
kind of shattered when he shot through it.
Yeah.
Is there still a little bit of that in there?
No, I mean, there's nothing in the device. It was shattered outward from a pistol blast.
Why don't you and I take the stay up?
All right.
All right, I'm going to sleep.
We take the first watch?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. And I set the vial down. I've been putting this off.
Okay. The rest of you guys rest. Sorna's going to go ahead and head up into the seeing chamber and meditate.
Every time I mean to spend some time with this, we get distracted by other things. I will use my spellbook to cast Identify, finally, on this vial.
On the vial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't we do that
We've had this
before?
forever.
Mm-hmm. I'm just reading, everybody. I'm just reading.
Hey, I'm sleeping. I can't bug you about it right now.
I'll cuddle up with Yasha.
I'm uncomfortable, but it's not my cloak over here.
All right.
This is very much like they somehow did it. They somehow pulled the possibility out of the dodecahedron, and it is in here.
That's what
Slightly more potent.
Yeza was saying. Yeah.
More potent, though.
It's a luck potion.
I wonder if we have robbed them of the ability to do this anymore, or if they have the others that are missing. Probably.
And why break it down to a singular potion and not leave it in its form?
Well, I don't think it was meant to be singular. I think they are trying to
Farm it.
yeah, take golden eggs from the goose, you know?
So, do you want to take a walk, see if we can find any more of this black liquid, and see if it's the same shit?
Take a walk in this building.
Yeah, to see if any of this black liquid that was in this thing shattered and hit the ground.
If I do that, the dome will fall.
Oh, you want me to
You
go
want
look?
to go with my cat?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me. This is going to be a really high DC.
I know it is.
This is some forensic shit right here.
Looking for blood splatter.
Assist Frumpkin. Looking.
This is an investigation check. Frumpkin.
I have a very high investigation.
No, Frumpkin.
But it's my
No,
brain. Okay.
I'll.
No, don't worry about it. Leave it.
There are limitations to your familiar.
Straight roll.
Fuck. 10.
10. You spend a good hour trying to search.
It's too much blood and gore.
Yep. There's a lot of materials around here, and there's no way of knowing what is what. So.
Okay.
Frumpkin meows.
You do hear a rumble.
What?
Some of you kind of come out of your sleep a moment.
Deeply
Yeah.
Rain.
Kill it.
Thunder in the distance, rolling through the valley nearby. A thunderstorm has arrived. You've seen the clouds slowly gathering, and now the storm is here.
I turn over, look over to sleeping Yasha in the dome. Anything?
Nod is kind of cuddled up and folded into Yasha's brawny arms. She's asleep.
Well, I guess we should eventually get some rest as well.
We're fine till morning. Frumpkin, you stay up, okay? And you wake me up if anything goes wrong. Good night, Beauregard.
I'll just read a little bit more.
Caleb lays his head into the crook of Knott's knee and goes to sleep.
Okay.
I stay up for another 1, 2, 3, starts to bleed hours.
Exhaustion.
I wake
And I just scribbling notes, going through everything that I had written, thinking, looking at the swatch, comparing the swatch to other parts of my uniform, putting it away. No one sees this. Yeah.
Frumpkin sees it, but.
What? Hey.
I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I
Just
know.
racing mind, you know.
Yeah. Here, come over here. I'll give you a massage. Calm down. Go to sleep.
Rub my back a little.
And rub her back a little bit so it helps her fall asleep.
Okay.
I put away everything, hide everything.
Okay.
Just to get one of those massages that fucking hurts.
No, I'm being very calm about it.
The muscles herniated. How gonna hurt you?
Everyone says I give really good massage.
This is good. Oh my god.
Before bludgeoning damage.
Yasha.
Immediately red.
In your exhaustion, yes, the darkness comes comfortably as night's rest and an evening's respite. And though you don't awaken, you can feel the thunder. You can feel it roll and vibrate through your body. With each impact, there's a flash of light behind your eyes, like a heartbeat of a dull blue glow. A deafening blast of thunder shakes your eyes awake, and you are soaked, standing on the precipice of a mountain. You can see the heavy clouds before you, with slight little breaches between, where moonlight and stars are briefly visible before they are consumed once more by the storm. Arcs of lightning shoot across the Xhorhas sky. You're cold, shivering, your hair matted over your face, your eyes barely peeking through. Through another arc, you think you see an arm through the clouds, and it's gone. Another flash of light, and you see what looks like a humanoid form reaching from the storm towards you. Your instinct is to turn and run, but you watch as the head kind of turns. Just another flash of light and it's gone. You sense a presence behind you. What do you do?
I turn around and walk towards it.
You turn around from the space where you're standing, and the opposite side of this mountain range
is just bodies. Corpses littered and stretched out before you. Dozens and dozens of them. You can't see their faces. You just see folded arms and legs, wounds. And there, standing behind you, is a shaded figure. And the flash of light behind you emanates and briefly frames the face you see. A familiar male figure, his curved horns back from the front, his wings folded over his shoulders, his sly grinning yellow eyes peering at you. He just looks, shakes his head and walks away.
Do I recognize any of the bodies? Anything in the bodies? Is anything about it familiar to me?
You go towards the bodies?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, that's cocked. Ah, come on. What's? See what's happening? It's
landing on the corner.
There you go. Okay.
Weirdest dice.
Yeah, it's a crazy little die.
Crazy die.
15.
15. This figure that is familiar to you, but you don't know why or where, causes something in your heart to freeze, and you feel the fear kind of welling up in your throat. This heavy lump that's making it hard to swallow. And you try and take a step, and you have to force yourself to move. And you take another step, and you go towards one of the bodies, and you turn it over. And it's Molly Mock. And you go look to the left, and you look, and there's Jester. And you look past that, and you see Caleb. You start to look around, and every body is somebody who's crossed your path, somebody you've let in. You glance up, and that figure just keeps walking away, shaking his head. You wake up as the heavy thunder rolls through the hall. Not you kind of shake awake a little bit.
What are you doing? You okay?
Is anyone else awake?
You okay?
I'm quietly awake.
And Jester's awake technically too.
What happened? Where are you? What's going on? What'd you do?
I had a very bad dream.
Do you want some liquor?
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Do you want a massage?
Very hard.
I think I'm okay.
Is it a dream you've had before? Is it like one of Ford's dreams that keep coming?
I do keep having dreams, but sometimes they feel like they're very real or familiar. And I don't know if they make me very scared.
Was it about somebody you knew?
Yes. Yes.
Well, do you think it's something, sometimes dreams can be like a premonition, something in your future, or it could be something in your past? Did it feel like a past or a future?
Well, sometimes they're both, but this one felt like this was definitely not in the past. And I'm hoping that it's not in the future.
Tell us about it. What happened?
We're good listeners. And also, you've woken us up.
I was already awake. Don't worry about it.
I think I've done something very bad.
What do you mean?
I think I've done something very bad and I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Well,
Is this about when you left your...
I don't
when you
know.
left your village?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm. What does the Lord require of thee?
Ariel slept.
No.
Oh.
It's raining and there's lightning and thunder. Someone's trying to send you a message.
And it's not a very positive message.
That all depends on interpretation. What does the Lord require of thee? Thunder and lightning. That's how I'd talk to you if I were a storm lord.
Is this storm just for you, Yasha?
I don't think so. But if it is, I saw a...
Just say it. What was it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's fine.
We can handle it.
I saw a lot of dead bodies, and I saw Mollymock, and a lot of other people that I've known.
That's very sad, Yasha.
That's super fucked up.
Maybe it's because we just fought a bunch of undead things. You know, maybe you're just trying to process it.
It could be. It might be something
Do
that
you
is just...
think that maybe you're doing something right or wrong?
I don't know. I think that's...
Was it a warning? Was it a punishment?
I feel like every time I have it, it's very scary, and I it feels like I've caused something.
Do you ever talk to the Storm Lord and say like, "Hey, what are you trying to tell me?"
Jester talks to her god all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
I know. I could try. I
Yeah,
never
give it a
really
go.
have. But I think you both have very different relationships with your gods. And it feels much more personal, and I feel like with me I'm not scared of a lot of things, but I'm a little bit scared of him.
Really?
But maybe
But
that's
you
just
worship
'cause-
him?
Well, I think he just he pulled me out of something and saved my life, so I feel like I owe him that.
Well, he seems to be paying a lot of attention to you.
Yeah. I think I should maybe try to have some conversations.
Yeah, next time you have a dream, maybe you should just like plan what you're gonna say now.
Okay.
So you know.
Yeah.
Like, what's your opener? You
Yeah.
gotta have a strong opener. What do you want with me?
Okay.
Why are you being so creepy? Just be nice, okay?
Yeah.
Too loud, too
I'm
loud.
just
too
kidding.
loud.
I'm just.
Mhm.
What if, Yasha? What if it's raining right now? It's too stormy. What if we go outside? We like yell up at the sky right now, and you can just like just let it out.
He
and
might,
say, like,
he might
"Why
hear
are
you. He might
trying
hear
to
you
be
if he's part of
creepy?"
the storm or something.
Say,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be nice to me. I just want to,
Respect me.
Yeah, I'm here for
Respect
you.
me. Witness me.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think about it. If you guys want to sleep, I can take a watch, or you know.
Are you gonna go out and stare and scream at the sky?
If you do it, we'll just go with you just to be safe.
Just to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Should we go?
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. I think we just told her to go scream at the sky.
It's gonna be really cool.
I'll say, actually, it's a pretty good idea, although I will say that I tend to have better luck finding what I need to know if I'm somewhere quiet and alone. As much as I appreciate company,
Yeah, but you're like a garden god. She's the storm god, right?
What if what she needs is like more people screaming?
What if we just all start
Like screaming like thunder.
Yeah.
We could try it.
Yeah. And then we'll run back inside really fast because there could be things around that could attack us.
Sure. I don't know how this works. I am learning.
Try.
I'm definitely learning from you.
We'll just step right outside the door down here.
Okay.
Caleb's cat creepily watches them.
Oh dear.
So, you.
Is it still storming outside?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Oh, there are storm sound effects happening.
Oh, Yasha, it's really stormy.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward just a little bit and just so it doesn't scare him off if
Can
you're all
you do
here.
something to like help her? Give her bravery or something? Can't you do? You're out of spells, aren't
I've
you?
got a first level left. I'm going to just bless you. I'm
Okay.
just going to cast bless on you.
Okay.
Just go with that because it's useful.
Okay. I will step out, just so I still see them, but far enough away where I feel like I have some privacy.
So you step beyond the exterior of the fortress. There's the courtyard and this little niche in the mountain range. The other sides of the mountain, kind of as a descending V for your view before you actually head out into the mountain pass, looking out over all of Xhorhas. So you'd have to walk quite a few hundred feet to get out even into the mountain pass. Do you go that way?
Yes.
Okay. You walk out there, cold rain drenching you in an eerily familiar way. Kind of causes you to feel a little bit of a crawling nervousness in your belly as you now begin to sensory recall. The sensory recall of the dream you have just woken up from. You feel the cold rain water soaking into all of your outfit in the back. You step out onto the mountain pass. You glance over your shoulder and you can just barely see the silhouettes of Jester and Nod in the doorway.
You see our...
You go ahead and look, turn around. You can now see barely the open northward barbed fields of this side of Xhorhas. The faint edges of the Vermalock forest below you, the wildwood. You can just, in the distance, see faint sparkles of light that represent Rossona, Gordranas, the capital of the Cream Dynasty. And every few moments, arcs of light that spiral across the sky, through the clouds, some down into, and tend to be focused towards the barbed fields to the north. What do you do?
Hello? I don't quite know how to do this, but I'm trying to learn. I feel and I know that you are trying to communicate with me, but I'm very confused. I don't know what these dreams mean. And I'm feeling scared. But I want to be an instrument for you. And you quite literally saved me, and I want to do what I can and do whatever work that needs to be done. Are you there? I don't know if this is the right thing that I'm doing. I feel like I'm talking to nothing. Are you there?
You stand there for a moment and see the flashes of light.
I think think I'm most scared because I feel like I did something. I feel like I did something bad. And I don't remember what it is. But I think I'm most nervous about what is to come. And if I will continue hurting people. And maybe that's what you've come to help me with.
There's no response.
Well, I will continue to follow. I will look for signs because I think that's what you're supposed to do. I know Jester draws things and draws dicks on things, but that doesn't feel right. I kind of doodle a dick on the ground. That might be something different. I think I'll sit out here tonight. Just in case you come back.
And you stay out here.
I'm gonna stay outside.
Okay. You guys,
Is she coming back?
you watch Yasha kind of just sit down and lay against the side of the mountain.
Maybe we should sleep, near.
Okay.
Just in case something happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find a little nook to.
Yeah, under like some leaves to try to keep dry.
Eventually, you guys come to find, because the two of you can keep each other warm, you manage to find some sleep. As do you. You're used to the rugged, uncomfortable spaces of Xhorhas, and living in the Ialthia Moorlands is not a comfortable place in comparison to where you've been with these people. But sleep comes to you. And in that sleep, your wrists get cold. Not the rest of your body, just the wrists. And you try and move your body position. And you kind of glance down and you see irons on your wrist. And you look, and you have your withered wings draped over each of your shoulders. And you look forward and all you see is the storm, just roiling clouds. In the next flash of light, you see the clouds part into two pale glowing eyes open before you.
You're there. Please. Please talk to me.
You see no mouth, but with the next roll of thunder, you hear beneath it this brimming, bassy voice, familiar from some of the visions in the past you've experienced. It says, "You are still shackled, child."
I know. Some reasons I know why. But other reasons I do not. Have I done something terrible?
We've all done terrible things.
These visions that you're giving me. Where I see my friends. I don't know what that means.
You have done terrible things. And you are capable of doing terrible things. Your strength is still not wholly your own. You are still shackled, child. Fight against them. Don't let the iron be your strength.
How do I fight against it?
Struggle. Push.
Okay.
Struggle. Push.
I look down and I try to start pulling it apart.
And pulling at those chains. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Break the chains!
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
Ooh!
The chains grow taut, still freezing against your wrists. You pull and you pull, and you can hear the squeaking of iron tensing.
I start screaming and pulling as much as I can.
Pull, and you yell into the storm, the rain smashing into your face, filling your mouth. You scream and you tense in anger as the storm rolls, the lightning flashing heavier out of the eyes, growing brighter. Struggle. Find what gives you your power. Where do you find your strength?
I continue to think of... I think of Jester, and I think of Bo, and I think of Ford, and Mollymock, and Caduceus, and Nott, and Caleb, and Zuala, and I just keep pulling and screaming.
Well, strength saving through with advantage.
Oh, I keep rolling. I rolled the same number all 3 times. 22.
The previous weakening of the binds causes the links to pull and stretch, and the metal itself begins to wane and twist. You can see your withered wings begin to feather.
What? Huh?
You pull, and the binds do not break, and the feathers dissipate. And in that moment of sorrow and failure, the voice goes, "You grow stronger still. The shackles remain, but they weaken. You know your strength. Use it. And struggle." The storm begins to pull away. The sound of the thunder dissipate. And you fall back into a night's rest.
Exquisite suffering.
God.
And that is where we're gonna go ahead.
Wow.
Yashank redemption moment.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Wow, that was awesome.
All right. Well, we'll be picking up in the morning after this scenario next week with the completion of this venture out with the stone giants of the Penumbra Range outside of the mining camp. You have to deal with whatever your lesson may have been taken from that experience, Yasha. And your continuing developing alliance relationship with the Korean dynasty. I'm excited to see where the next stage goes here, guys.
Yeah.
Doing it.
That was fun.
Welcome back, Ashley.
Thanks. Yes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us for tonight. We'll pick up here next Thursday, as per the usual. Just remember, we love you very much. And is it Thursday yet?
Yay!